Guys, what is going on? It's good to see you guys. It's good to see you guys. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, guys. It's good to see you, right? And boy, oh boy, guys, do we have some foolishness today? Yes, we do. Give me 1 second, guys, to pull up some news stories here. But let's see who we have here. Keyshawn, what's up, dude? Christopher, how's it going, man? Seagrips here. It's good to see you guys. Let's do this. Yeah, guys, it's so funny that when guys are at work, all we worry about is work. Every now and then you might have that one simp, that one goof, right? That moron that tries to make things personal at work. But in general, guys, we just want to go to work and have things be peaceful. That's all we want. Then all these chicks come in between hating themselves and then hating us, guys. It's been one absolute mess ever since. An absolute mess. And guys, people thought that this was a good idea. And I don't know why. I don't. Guys, let's break some news first here. Let's do this. Chico, what's up, dude?
What's going on, my brother?
Good to see you, man. Hold on. I gotta do this. All right, check this out.
The Dauphin County District Attorney's Office charging dozens of people with scheming to misuse SNAP benefits to the tune of $80,000. This is an operation that started in 2023. It involves a Steelton store called Quick Stop Convenience. Here to talk more about it right now, our digital content producer, Grace Miller. You talked to the DA about this as well. So how are they pulling this thing off, according to the DA?
That's right. So this convenience store, actually, it kind of breaks down into two different levels, right? So at the time that this all was found to have happened, the convenience store was actually not even licensed to be giving out or, to be accepting SNAP
there's phase one.
Look at that.
They are accused, that owner, of somehow illegally obtaining point of service systems from actually giant food store locations across the state, using those point of sale systems, having people come in, they would swipe their EBT cards, punch in their PIN, but they found that they were actually exchanging those benefits not for the food items, which like they're supposed to be, but instead for cash.
Look at that.
Did they know what was happening, the people that were doing it?
It seemed
so they were in on it together.
Of course they did. Oh, did they know that they were exchanging their food stamps and getting money through it? What kind of stupid question is that?
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So part of the investigation, according to the documents and DA Franchardo, who I spoke with today, is that they had state troopers undercover going in, kind of doing these transactions themselves. They said that they observed a lot of patrons walk in. They can access the database, see that said person paid $500 for something in there, but they're coming out with nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
So that kind of ticks them.
How many people are we talking about here who are in trouble?
Yeah. So according
Not
to the
enough.
documents, again, it cited that around 70 customers were supposedly involved in this.
Damn.
And, I think they said that it was around $80,000.
When you put it all together. This is going on for a while. I mean, they didn't catch it right away,
2023.
right?
Yes, exactly. So they started investigating in 2023, but the documents say that it actually had started in 2022.
Oh.
So we knew about the charges against that store owner and their employees back in December. But what the DA says is new today is that there are still charges being filed against the people who did go in, punch in their EBT card
Right.
numbers for
You guys
cash.
hit the like button on the way in, please.
For finding this. So what's happening now as far as like preventing fraud like this? Because that's a big concern with people with EBT cards or with SNAP benefits is the misuse of taxpayer money.
Yeah, of course. And, part of what Chardo said is it's hard because the victims in this case are kind of like everybody who gets those benefits, right? Because it puts a bad name to SNAP recipients when in reality, the majority of these people are using them how they're supposed to be used. But certainly he said there's been many more charges in the works that will be filed. Just coming through court documents today, we know that it's 50 plus people who have been charged at least today and yesterday.
Yeah, fraud's such a big, topic right now
Umbrella,
across
yeah.
the country. So whenever this comes up, it's very interesting. Is there anything else you're looking at with this? Any questions you still have to be answered that you're thinking about?
I think it's interesting, how they've said that they can track the scanning of the cards to find out, where those transactions happen and try to verify that it was fraudulent, right? So of course that's an advantage in that way, but you also wonder if having a digital card might open you up to some kind of other avenues of.
Okay.
of-
We'll keep an eye on that too.
Interesting
All right. Grace
information.
Miller, thanks so much.
Of course.
All right,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
All right. And then,
And-
yeah. You remember this one story here? Hold on, really, really fast. Wait. 1,000. Here, Seagate, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, there's no long-term ramifications to this fraud. First of all, the governmental officials, these agencies, they don't really care because it's not their money. They're not challenged with balancing a budget and being set on a certain limit they can spend. And the
Seagate,
only way-
hold on. They are concerned. I'll tell you why, but not in the way you think. Because here's the thing: they want that fraud. They want that money being spent because all the money that they don't spend for that fiscal year, they don't get back the next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if it's fraud, if it's used right, they don't care. Texas, once again, gets some of the highest amount of EBT benefits in the United States, right? Let's just call it 600 million, right? I don't know the amount. But if they cut down on fraud and that cuts it down as where they only spend 450 million, they're not going to get that other $150 million back the next year, because obviously it shows that they don't need it. So they want to get as much money from the feds as possible, including fraud amount, because then they still get that amount allocated.
So the
You
problem
say-
is the system. So the problem is the
Yes.
system.
Yes.
And and in regards to these people that are committing the fraud, at the end of the day, there need to be different penalties. You get caught doing fraud, it should be a permanent ban.
Yeah.
If you are a non-citizen and or naturalized, or the case may be, you're convicted of fraud, you should be denaturalized and deported.
Yeah.
Until we start doing that in mass, it's going to keep going. And they need to change the incentives. It's like it's like what's his name? The black economist
Thomas Sowell.
Thomas Sowell.
Yeah.
He says it all the time. Incentives drives behaviors.
That's true. Yep. Guys, here we go.
CBS News Miami investigates. A South Florida woman says she is out tens of thousands of dollars after falling victim to a contract that she says just seemed too good to be true. Well, the woman has been trying to get her money back for nearly a year, so she reached out to us for help. CBS News
What's
Miami's
that gonna
Steve
do?
Jerry is your reporter.
Exploiter. Yeah.
Jessica Gibson says she had been saving up for years so she could start investing in real estate.
I've always been invested. I just didn't know how to go about it.
She says she met a man named
She's hot, man.
Kinda
I'm
hot.
telling you.
Hey, guys, we all know how she was saving up that
Yeah.
gas, right?
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside hoeing. I work at hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at hoeing. That's the company I work at, hoeing.
Always
I'm gonna take a line from Snowboard. I can save her.
Yeah,
She needs my leadership and guidance.
put a couple extra ones in that thong at the club.
Alex Moore through a mutual friend last year, and she says he told her of an investment opportunity.
And that's when he tells me about this trading deal that he has going on.
She says after
Hey
talking
guys, if anyone that you barely know says they have some trading deal or in real estate investment, guys, come on, man. This whole investing in real estate is one of the ways that these 304s get got all the time. Guys, first of all, put a one. He has agreed. Women don't know anything about money. anyways. Because the only thing that they know about money is how to spend it, right?
Mhm.
Second of all, there are these social media terms, guys. Generational wealth, investing in real estate, entrepreneur. These chicks can't even spell those words, and they somehow think that they can do these things. It doesn't make any sense, right? But any nebulous type of contract or any of this stuff, don't sign it. Invest in real estate, guys, by buying a house, buying a duplex, like a multi-family home, live in one side and then rent out the other side. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. You don't try, oh, there's going to be 18 of us. We're all going to pool our money and invest into some nebulous woo-woo dream catcher spirit manifest crap, you know?
With him for a few weeks, he showed her this contract, which says if she puts down $25,000, she will get a $250,000 bonus check and will then get 40 weekly performance checks. We looked at the contract.
Oh, he was a Nigerian prince. That's what she believed him.
Nice.
Look. Investor amount. So the investor agrees to invest a total of $25,000 in the escrow account. Payment schedule: you get 40 weekly performance checks based on the performance of the investment, the bullet program. So wait, January 5th, 2025. And then you'll get a bonus check of $250,000. So you put $25,000 in, and you're gonna get $250,000.
Yeah.
What?
To specify what kind of investment Gibson.
Wait.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whoa. She's gonna do this on the 5th, and by the 17th, get what? Guys, what? Who would sign this?
So
No. Him as best. It's not even a pyramid scheme.
No, it's just.
Seagram's the money guy. He'll get into this. That's wait. This is not even a pyramid scheme. This is just BS. There's one thing about a Ponzi scheme that I can say that I admire is the amount of flimflammery and work that it takes to actually keep these big multi-million, billion-dollar Ponzi schemes going.
Yeah.
The amount of paperwork, and you got to keep the website going and monitor who's paying what and pay back. The people who cash in, who invest early in a Ponzi scheme and pull out early, usually get their money. They actually have to be able, because the Ponzi is paying back old investors with new investors' money. So if you're one of the oldest investors, hey, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Take your cash and get out. You know what I'm saying? But this is not even a Ponzi scheme. This is just BS. Secret, you're saying?
Yeah, so it's greed. There's a show I used to enjoy on the BBC called Hustle, and it's always about you feed the greed. You always give the mark, and you give the mark way out. You feed the greed, and because of that greed, there's a saying: you can't con an honest man.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
At the end of the day, if it's too good to be true, come on, 10x.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
and it's just, and like I said, and that's the challenge. And I'm gonna pimp you guys with some game. This is why women are so easily susceptible, because you can future pace them. You can get them. You sell them the dream, and they will buy a hook, line, and sinker. If you don't believe me, ask Pookie, Chad, Ray, and Thug Row.
Yeah.
Sell them the dream.
Yeah. Look at that. All right.
Got into.
Did that sound too good to be true for you?
Absolutely. He felt very trustworthy. I mean, the stories he's told me, the time we spent time together, it wasn't just like I had met someone and I was just going off of a whim.
Gibson says she signed the contract on January 5th of last year. Here's Moore's name and counter signature on the document. Gibson says she was only able to come up with $21,000, but she says Moore accepted that anyway. The contract says she was owed her $250,000 bonus on January 17th of
What
last
are you
year.
talking
But
about?
nearly a year later, she says she hasn't been paid a dime.
Every excuse in the book, every single day until March, there's a different excuse of the money's backed up, or the deal didn't go through, or the person who was supposed to pay on the deal didn't go through.
Gibson sent Moore a letter of withdrawal. Then she sent him a demand letter. Then she had a lawyer send him a demand letter. She says she didn't get her money back. She then filed a police report, but says police couldn't help her because it was a civil matter.
Isn't it funny when you tell Isn't it funny? Now you got to tell the chick to pull out. Come on.
Oh!
As a matter of fact,
CBS News.
I was about to say what Steven put in the chat. Yeah, and I bet he banged her first.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Oh,
This is like Blood Diamond Nug. Who did this.
Because I damn sure would have.
Yeah. We spent time together. Oh, he did make a deposit at least.
Who's Miami?
Really, just my last resort of some kind of closure, some kind of justification, some kind of accountability.
We reached out to Moore and asked if he would give Gibson her money back. In response, Moore told us not to run the story and told us to stop contacting him. He also sent us a copy of Gibson's withdrawal letter that we already had. We ran the contract by lawyer Raul Gestesi.
The rate of return is just outlandish.
Yeah.
No one can provide those kinds of returns. My clients have come to me with something like this, and I said, never in your right mind should you do this deal.
Gestesi says before anyone contributes to an investment, he'd recommend opening up the books on the investment first.
Tax returns, bank deposits, profit and loss statements, balance sheets. Ask your accountant to review those before you do the deal.
It just doesn't make any sense, right? Like, oh, we can give you a check almost immediately for 10 times your the money. Not like over 20, 30 years. Oh, no. In 2 weeks, you'll get this money. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Reviewed them.
And I guarantee she didn't ask, like, well, how are we like creating that much value in the marketplace?
Of course not.
Back. She doesn't give a damn about creating value.
Nope.
To the lawyer.
Gibson says she doesn't expect to get her money back and says her only takeaway from this is that it's an expensive learning experience.
Do your due diligence. Don't trust people off of a whim. Don't trust them off of their character.
And why is she out here trying to do this money stuff anyway? She should be married to some rich guy down in Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Living in a big house, driving a Lambo truck, and just chilling. But she'd rather be out here, getting got like this. Why?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that movie, Jungle Fever, when Skeeter was like, where's the pastor's TV? I smoked the damn TV. He smoked that 21 grand. I was all smoked up.
yeah, seriously. Hold on. You guys remember this story? You guys remember this goofball? Oops.
School superintendent. Breaking news at 4, former Des Moines Public Schools Superintendent Ian Roberts pleaded guilty to 2 federal charges in court this afternoon.
KCCI's chief investigative reporter Suzanne Banky tells us what Roberts admitted to as part of a plea agreement. Suzanne?
Remember this guy?
Remember him.
Remember him?
And Roberts admitted to making a false statement for employment and for being an illegal alien in possession of a firearm.
Look at that.
The superintendent in the school.
Yep.
And do you remember all those people were like holding signs like, let him go. Let him go. Please. Come on,
Remember
man.
He had on those like
those
Uber
stupid
woke glasses.
Yeah. What this is why you
He didn't even need glasses, probably.
You never ever show out for anyone until you're sure, until you actually have the facts, data, and statistics, man. What an absolute joke. But now these idiots look like absolute clowns. You know what I'm saying? Guys, we have 41 likes, guys. Stop and hit the like button. Hitting like button's free and it's easy. So,
The first charge carries a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison, a $250,000 fine, and up to 3 years of supervised release. The weapons charge carries a 15-year prison sentence, a $250,000 fine, and also 3 years of supervised release. We were not able to shoot video, but senior reporter Todd Magel was in the courtroom. He says Roberts was dressed in a Polk County jail uniform. Roberts' attorney, Alfredo Parrish, talked to reporters after the hearing. KCCI asked Parrish why Roberts decided to plead guilty.
I won't go into that because he said he was guilty. Yeah, he had done these things. I mean, they don't thrill you, but these are things that he did. He wants to accept responsibility for it.
Yeah, right.
Roberts' legal team says they will reveal factors that could impact his future during the sentencing hearing, and that's set for May 29.
All right.
Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, goodbye. Get out of here, you goof. What an idiot. Is this the same story? No. Here we go.
Former Des Moines school superintendent pleaded guilty in federal court today to lying about employment details and for possessing a gun as an illegal alien.
And he will find out how much prison time he will serve in May. KCCI senior reporter Todd Megal was in court today for the plea hearing. Todd?
As Stacey, Ben, there are no cameras allowed in federal court, but I can say that Roberts looked and sounded the same as he did before his arrest back in September. Now, the big difference, he was dressed in the green and gray striped jail uniform that he wears as an inmate in the Polk County Jail.
Dumbass.
2 federal marshals escorted Ian Roberts into the courtroom at the new federal courthouse downtown Thursday morning. The courtroom was filled with some of Roberts' friends. We also noticed about a dozen federal agents dressed in plain clothes in the audience. The judge asked Roberts to confirm he is pleading guilty to 2 federal charges. He spoke loudly and clearly, saying he did make a false statement to the Des Moines School Board in 2023 that he was a U.S. citizen, so they would hire him as a superintendent. He also pleaded guilty to possessing 3 firearms as an illegal alien. We spoke
not 1, not 2, but 3. Look at that.
with Roberts' attorney, Alfredo Parrish, outside the courthouse after the hearing.
Why did he plead guilty?
Because he's good.
I won't go into that because he said he was guilty. Yeah, he had done these things. I mean, they don't thrill you, but these are things that he did.
Good.
He wants to accept responsibility for it.
Good.
And what does the guilty plea get him?
We have to wait to sentencing.
We asked Professor Allison Guernsey about Roberts' guilty plea. She's a federal defense expert at the University of Iowa College of Law.
The benefit of the bargain is going to be that the government is agreeing not to bring any additional charges because they don't agree to dismiss any of the 2 charges that he's currently facing.
Court documents show a person believed to be Roberts' wife bought him a gun in 2019. Roberts was considered an ICE fugitive because he was subject to a final removal order issued in 2024. The plea deal says there would be no further federal prosecutions in the Southern District of Iowa against Roberts or other persons.
I would say this is not one of the happiest moments of my legal career, which has been pretty long.
Parrish is used to his clients winning in court. He told the judge how he would have defended Roberts if he had not pleaded guilty, but that is not to be.
Sentencing will be the day that will be most important, that we will bring out, we believe, factors that could impact his sentencing.
We also asked Professor Guernsey about when or if Roberts could be deported.
He will be required to serve that federal sentence before immigration is allowed to take custody of him and put him through the immigration process.
Roberts will make another appearance in federal court on May 29th. Now, on that day, a different federal judge will rule on accepting the guilty pleas offered today. That same judge will also impose the sentence for charges. It's up to 5 years for the false statements and up to 15 years for the gun charges. And now Roberts remains in the Polk County Jail. Stacey.
Todd, thank you.
Absolute dunderhead,
So,
man.
so Blood or Crip, which gangs he going to join?
I don't know, man. He's too
Because
soft,
if he don't,
man.
he going to be getting poked in Polk County.
Yeah, he's too soft for that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at him. He's gonna be someone's prison wife. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what is going on? What is going on?
Dante's
All
like,
right,
no,
guys,
Dante, he's going to get 3 hots and some cock if he doesn't get protected.
Yeah, guys. I think that it's one of those things about this story was that everyone was trying to make this into like a race issue or an ICE issue and all that. And it wasn't. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Here's the one story from the other day with these subhumans that we saw yesterday. This chick's pretty hot, man.
Yeah, I like her.
Charges have been filed against 5 people following that shooting that wounded a Tippecanoe County judge and his wife at their home in Lafayette.
It's a story we've been following for days. Fox 59's Jesse Wells has the details on those charges, and he explains what court records claim led to the shooting.
According to court records, the 5 people charged here in Tippecanoe County had various levels of involvement with the case, and only one of the suspects actually committed the shooting. But police believe the violence stemmed from a conspiracy to try and prevent a criminal case against one of the suspects from going to trial here this month.
They advised there was a knock on the door. Someone advised we have your dog, and then a shot came through the door.
That shooting Sunday afternoon at this home in Lafayette left Judge Stephen Meyer and his wife wounded. Police now claim this man, Raylan Ferguson.
Well.
Pulled the trigger. Ferguson and 2 others, Blake Smith and Thomas Moss, are all charged with attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder, battery, and intimidation. According to this affidavit, Moss is a high-ranking member of the Phantom Motorcycle Club and a criminal gang called the Vice Lords. In 2024, Moss was charged in Tippecanoe County with domestic battery and illegal weapons possession. That case was scheduled to go to trial before Judge Meyer just 2 days after the shooting.
You know, in the criminal justice system, you have to be careful.
Attorney Mario Masalamani says the violence in Lafayette is a wake-up call to attorneys, judges, and prosecutors across the state.
If you're in the criminal justice system, you have to be vigilant and understand that there are going to be people, some that are mentally ill, some people that have vendettas that are going to be coming against you.
In fact, according to a 2023 court security study, out of 214 judges surveyed, 159 said they had been targeted by threats. In this case, prosecutors claim DNA inside the mask worn by the shooter belonged to Ferguson. Smith allegedly bought the gun used in the shooting. Zanata Greer is charged with assisting a criminal because she lives with the accused gunman, and her car was allegedly driven from Kentucky to Lafayette. A 5th suspect, Amanda Millsap, is charged with bribery and accused of offering to pay the domestic violence victim.
This thing right
I was going to say, Greer is an unsmooth criminal.
My goodness. Look at that, dude. Look at this.
Tim in Moss's case, $10,000.
Guys, hit the like button, guys. We're already at 129 people watching, guys. Let's try and hit 100 likes in a record time here. So, guys, we have 58 likes. Guys, stop. Take a second. You know, I'm going to call the like button the 304 button because it's free and it's easy. Hit that 304 button, guys.
You also finger it, too, with the button.
Not to testify. Finally, to avoid any conflict of interest, they
All right, guys, here we go. Right, let's do this first, right? We'll get into some stuff here. Look at women and men's labor force participation rate over time. All right. So do you see this? This is percentage of the workforce, right? So this. So back in the day, back in 1948, it was 90% men. Now let's see what they talk about. Do they define what the labor force is? Because guys, this is the general workforce that's outside of the neighborhood and outside the home. Okay, so this means that you have a boss. You got to get up and go to work and get a check and all this other stuff. Because women have always worked. Only affluent white women didn't work, but women have always worked. They were school marms, they were nurses, they worked in retail at the market, they worked on farms. It was a more neighborhood type of economy, right? There was no middle class in 1940. There wasn't, right? There was the working class and below, and then there was the affluent people. If you went to like the South, there was rich whites, and then there was poor whites and blacks that were that pretty much had the same style of life. If you went to like the Midwest, you had the poor farmers and stuff, and then you had the rich business owners, right? But women have always worked. Yeah, Yeah, they were seamstresses, right? But they would work and they would make money to supplement their husband's income. New York Times ran an op-ed on how dysfunctional workplace. Milbard, if you can find that and either drop it in the chat or email it to me or drop it in the Discord. Look, I'll see if I can find it. But guys, look at this. So since 1948 in 2024, look, so men are now 67.8% of the workforce, and women are 57.5%. And guys, what do you notice here, right? You can think of. Think about this. As this line goes down, you can imagine wages going down, okay?
Yeah.
As this line goes up, imagine wages are going down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys, what do you notice here? What do you notice here? Look at this. Guys, what do you think caused this dip right here?
The cough.
Huh? Yeah. Look at that. Look at the cough, right? Because look at this. So right here, you had more jobs than there were workers. Okay? By the time that you got about here was when there started being more workers than there were jobs.
Yeah.
And this was what? I want to say in the 80s, around then. Yeah, the 80s to the 90s. And this is where we're really, 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 really cooked, right? There's no reason why this was just fine. I would even go to about the 70s, the 60s. This is about fine, right?
Yeah.
But once you start getting up here, that's when we're cooked. That's when the only people making money off of this are colleges and corporations and the government through taxation. What an absolute joke. So, guys, let's talk about this quick, right? And then we'll get into some of the stuff that I've shared. Guys, we'll do 20 more minutes, and then I will open up the lines. Guys, we'll have a 6-person panel limit. Guys, okay, women ruin the workplace. I'm going to give my reasoning, and then Secret, Colin, Snowboard, Cord. Okay, women ruin the workplace, and we all know the basic reasons of why we would say. But I would say that women ruin the workplace for 2 reasons that have messed it up. Is number one, they've introduced a substandard expectation of production. Okay, from the jump, and put a 1 if you guys agree with me. From the jump, if you add a woman in, there is going to be a lower level of production, whether it's conscious or subconscious. That's why police officers have lower PT tests, right? That's why women oftentimes are allowed to take more leave. That's why in even in offices and stuff, why a woman, she gets hired and she'll ask or demand that a guy lift the paper or lift the friggin' water thing in the break room. There's going to be a 1 person out of 100 that is expected to do less by their very nature of them being there. And that is absolute foolishness, right? Number 2 from me, and then I'll move on. Chaos, right? When women were introduced to fields, especially all male fields, you're introducing chaos. Whether it's stopping to actually consider their feelings before you give them feedback on their job, whether it's having to stop and talk to them differently when you're trying to teach them how to cut wood or how to install a electrical socket. You just train 20 guys the same way, and now you got to stop and be like, shit, dang it, now I got to talk to Stacy. That's chaos. That's chaos. Plus, now, once again, women, they don't deal there's too much emotion and social cues and all this stuff where you can talk to 20 guys all the same and talk to her, and she's going to be the one to go to HR. So everyone's second guessing themselves. Everyone's trying to, you guys know how men can simp. All of a sudden, there's the one white knight that feels like he has to stand up for her. So there's chaos. There's chaos when there's women there that wasn't there before. Secret. How did
Yep. And so kind of what you're saying before with the sexual harassment, this whole Me Too thing. You know, at the end of the day, you know, one of the things that I always said back when this all started was that this was going to backfire on women. But with that being said, I've been in situations where I remember back when I was a banker, this is like maybe like around 10 years ago, the head teller, who was like this 50-plus-year-old woman, she was out on vacation, and I walked beside her and said, you know, hey, we missed you. And I touched her shoulder. I said, I'm glad you're back. We missed you. And next thing you know, I'm getting called in to the manager about how it made her uncomfortable. I'm like, what?
Damn.
Yeah. And
damn.
Now, mind you, and this
probably because you lied to her.
the thing that I found offensive, because I've had two situations in which you know, women have taken situations and made it like, you know, we're in their feelings, where the case may be, and I'm thinking to myself, Biz Snatch, you couldn't even suck my toes.
Don't flatter yourself.
Don't flatter yourself. You know, and what ends up happening is, no, I'm not going to mentor you. I'm not going to coach you. Don't ask me to count your drawer. No, I keep my distance.
Yeah, guys, look at this. This is a worldwide problem. And then Colin can go. But look, since 2000, women's labor force participation has declined. Look at the United States and look at Canada. It's declined maybe, but they're counting the cough. Look, it was going up. Look at this. It's declined by what? This much? Please. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Colin, how have women ruined the workforce?
Well, first off, I agree with everything you guys have said so far, but you know, the biggest thing I see is this. I guess is related to not also, you know, also performance and productivity, but also the level of incompetence is just skyrocketed. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, like whenever I have any sort of dealings of any kind, at this point I just fully expect that I'm gonna have to basically like hold somebody's hand for them to do their, you know, to get them to do their job the way they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And then you know, the other big thing is that you know, like government, everything now has to have all these like never-ending layers of like bureaucracy, I guess you could call it. You know, like, you know, before a decision can be made, you know, 20 different, you know, cackling hyenas gotta, you know, copy and paste emails to each other. Just for everybody to agree on something.
And they have to be worded just right, or they get sent to HR because it's bullying. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. So like, you know, a simple business deal that 50 years ago could have been, you know, done, dealt with, wrapped up, and, you know, paper signed in, you know, I don't know, let's say 2 or 3 days. Now takes 2 or 3 weeks. You know?
Yeah, I also think that it's that these women, especially these millennials, I mean these Gen Z millennials, they don't understand, bro. Like they think that they should be able to go to work, make their own schedule. Like the whole world revolves around them. They should be able to dress how they want, talk how they want, come and go as they please, right? That somehow this is supposed to be some I don't even know the word, but like They don't understand the employer-employee relationship. They act like the employer's privilege to have them there, and then they get fired, right? They act up, and all of a sudden it's
Yeah!
sudden they're and all of a sudden they're on TikTok crying about it. You understand?
Yeah,
bro. They don't need you, especially if you're in a non-essential job with your underwater lesbian degree. Why? Sweet Anna, on to you. What's going on, my friend? I gotta get a sound effect for you, my friend. She says, "Mine goes with yours. It's become a popularity contest instead of respecting each other for working hard. So women, they bullied her out at work. She says that I was a hard worker, and made them look bad. Of course, guys, the moment that a woman's prettier than them, it shows up.
I'ma kill your bitch ass, bitch!
At the moment a woman's more successful,
Ellie, I'ma kill you, you fucking whore!
and heaven help if the office Chad is showing you the attention.
I hope you die, bitch! I hope you die in AIDS, ho!
And thanks for the $10, my friend. Carlos X says he works with 80% women. Look at that. Yikes. He's producing a third more than the average person on his team. Yikes, man. Colin, were you keep going? Sorry, I interrupted you.
No. I pretty much wrapped up. My 2 points. So I mean, we've got 1,000 more points to add, but two at a time, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yep. Snowboard.
I haven't actually worked with many women throughout my life.
Have you seen a woman?
I have seen a woman, for sure.
Would you know a woman if she were in the room with you?
Sometimes it's difficult. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah. So I've dealt with women more from being the customer, though, I would say, and sometimes they are realistic. They want free stuff just because they're a woman, or try to ask like nicely or fake nice. They will play. Sometimes they will just be dumb, but other times they might play dumb too. I've ran into that, but that's with men as well. So I haven't really worked with many women. I've always had mostly male dominated
Yeah,
jobs.
but what have
I
you
also
heard
worked
though?
myself.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what have
What's
you
that?
heard from other men in your life?
Well, I see when they're like Colin said, when there's an administrative position, they're like these idiot Mucinex characters that just like, I got to check up the chain, and like they make a lot of bureaucracy always. They do a lot of fake communication. Like, oh, I'm going to reach out to management and confirm with them, and like just kind of like meaningless stuff sometimes that is kind of making the process go longer. I try to usually interact with a man if I'm doing business at a place or ask for help or something. I guess that. I think industries where sometimes women can be pretty good are things like a hotel management, but besides that, there's not a ton of other jobs. Like they're good with working with kids sometimes, I guess, those type of jobs, but I haven't done that type of work or anything, so I haven't really had to like work with them. So there's not really a lot I can say on this. I do think that they're generally more incompetent than men if we had to, do a side by side comparison.
And I would even say that even the quote unquote competent ones, right? There's still that percentage of their daily work that they're putting towards stuff that doesn't matter. Who said what? How it was said? Do they feel like doing it? It's like, no, like guys don't think about that. If you tell me to do something and you're generally respectful, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, fine.
They're not a team. They're not a team player because they're not selfless at any time. They're selfish, like we talk about. But when it's a team environment or something just needs to be done, sometimes it's counteracted.
Kevin Samuels put it the best. He said that oftentimes like B-dubs are good at being the guard dog for anything that involves protecting your money. You know what I'm saying? Or like your customer service. You actually want a bunch of mean B-dubs so that they just cuss people out when they call customer service.
Yeah.
And you don't have to honor any warranties or help anybody or anything because Keith is on the phone just cussing people out. When they call.
Certain things, yes.
Yeah. My dishwasher's not working. I just bought it. I'm asking about the warranty.
I'ma kill your bitch ass bitch.
For
but
certain
it doesn't
things,
work.
yes.
I have the little pamphlet.
I hope you die of AIDS, ho.
But I just want to wash my dishes.
I hope you die, bitch. I hope you die of AIDS, ho.
But to counteract that, I would say there are certain times where having a woman.
guys, hey, sorry, Snowboarder. Did I ever tell you guys the story where I was on the phone with with like Xfinity cable because the UFC pay-per-view wasn't working, and so I call and this B-dub's on the line and she's just being so rude. She's being so mean. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, she's like, rah, right? So I'm like, look, the UFC is supposed to have started like 10 minutes ago. It ain't working. She's like, man, I ain't got time for that.
I hope you die of AIDS, ho.
So I'm like, yo. So then it came on. So I'm like, you know what? I don't need this. And I hung up the phone. Tell me why she called me back. She literally called me back. It was like,
I hope you die, bitch.
He wanted the last word.
Yeah.
Hey,
He didn't care about
AJ,
the job. Yeah.
I was listening, but I got a good one for you. I worked at insurance for products years ago in a call center, and there was this big B-dub, man, but she was cool and very funny. But anybody that called about was like, their insurance expired or something like that. And she would just completely tell them off, and it was hilarious. It's like, you didn't get told; you've been done told.
Yeah,
I mean, she was hilarious. She wasn't the healthiest lady, but she got nasty, and we all laughed our heads
well,
off.
hey, just have someone cuss Red Door out on the phone. They'll die of cancer 6 months from now.
Yeah.
Red Door, that's one of the best stories I've ever heard in my entire life. Guys, never, ever piss Red Door woman off, man.
No, but that was hilarious. It's like, I'm glad she's on my side, and at the same time they didn't like her answers, so they called back and the call was automatically routed to her, so they were down for round 2, or she was, I should say. She
That's
just
how
cussed them
these
out. It was hilarious.
are, man.
Yeah, she wanted seconds.
Corn.
You want to know what one of the catalysts was with how women act in the office the way that they do?
Mhm.
Does the name Paula Coughlin ring a bell with any of you folks?
No.
Look her up, AJ.
Okay, but tell us what. I looked this up. Tell us another part.
Y'all familiar with the tailhook scandal in the early 90s?
No.
No.
Okay. The Navy has an aviation association. I don't know if, I think it's still active. I don't remember. And it's called the Tailhook Association. And the name is derived from naval aviators who land on carriers, because those jets and those aircraft use a tail hook to catch an arresting wire. And the Tailhook Association goes back, so I think post-World War II. And it's an annual event where these naval aviators just get together and they act like naval aviators. And we're talking active duty and retired. And the year that this happened, they had a big convention in Vegas. And face it, guys like to party.
So what happened?
Paula Coughlin was a helicopter pilot, and she was an admiral's attaché, which is sweet duty. And she wanted to go to the Tailhook event, and the admiral told her, "You do not go." And I used to read a lot of all the news that would come out back in the day. And the way that I pieced it together that I think happened is I think she had the hots for a jet jock. And she decided she was a big girl and had big girl panties. And she went to the convention in Vegas. And what these flyboys liked to do was to solicit local entertainment to come through and run what they called the gauntlet, where they had like the top 3 or 4 floors of a hotel room that was reserved just for all those aviators. And they would have the local girls run the gauntlet, and guys get a little bit grabby. And what we figured was she either got pinched or squeezed, or she saw the guy that she had the hots for wasn't giving her all kinds of attention, and she got uppity about it. And then when she got back to her post in DC the following week, she complained to the admiral about all this disgusting and lascivious behavior that happened at Tailhook. And the admiral was livid, and he got in her face and said, "I freaking told you not to go." And well, she didn't like that, and she started complaining everywhere and anywhere where she could get a sympathetic ear. And that's when the big Tailhook scandal blew up. And that was basically the catalyst of all these little SA allegations and other stuff that goes on in the workplaces today. Because what normally happens in American politics and American society is they tend to overcorrect for a perceived slight.
Yeah.
And it got
Especially
to the
when it comes
point
to
where,
women,
it got to the point where guys on active duty said, "I don't want to go to shore duty and have to work with women," because we were severely admonished that you guys better start cleaning up your act, because when you go to shore duty, you're going to have to work around women, and all the way that you all carry on is not going to be tolerated.
But do you see though, Cord? Once again, it'd be different if women came into men's spaces and adapted to the space. See,
Well, I'm getting to that point.
But when us men, let's just say that like
We need a
Korg,
stud lesbian.
Korg, he has a card game, right? If I go to his card game and I don't know anyone, I'm going to adapt to the situation.
Right.
Women will expect everyone to adapt to them, and then have the audacity to tell, well, you aren't allowed to say this word, or you're not allowed to talk about this group, and you're not allowed to. You just got here. No one knows you. The complete narcissism is absolutely insane. There was a lady who was like a college football coach. She was the very first college football coach, like female offensive coordinator. And she was like, well, I have to be able to go into the locker rooms to talk to the young men or whatever. So they had to like pass something where like men were only able to be unclothed for like however, like they had to take like 5-minute showers or whatever. It's like, wait, whoa, wait a minute. So you had to rush through your shower all because some female coach, forced her way out of the coaching squad and just wants to be able to just wander into the men's locker room at any time. But do you think they would ever do that if the genders were swapped around?
Absolutely not.
What a joke. Corey,
So, when I went to shore duty, there were some that were, well, basically, where I was there, it was an adjoining air station, and I would listen to the guys, and the guys would say, they'd gripe that, God damn it, we have to go out and change a wheel on one of these aircraft. They send 2 of us out there, but they send 4 women out there and they still can't get the damn tire off the frickin' airplane. And so a couple of us have to go out and help them. Or, somebody said the wrong thing at one time and some female got her feelings all upset and the chain of command would come down on you. And a buddy of mine that transferred to Japan told me some stories about the local barracks hoe and how, she just had all these guys all in a Twitter of, that they just had to watch what they did. And the double standard is just absolutely maddening from a male perspective or
But
from a
think about
sanity perspective.
How that impacts efficiency. Think about it. Because the women who went there aren't doing the amount of work that's needed, period. And now the men's productivity has gone down because they're walking on a connection.
You can't communicate as easy.
Correct. And
It just
then
doesn't make it-
when it comes to the office environment, the thing that I can't stand is they keep trying to turn the office into frickin' high school.
Yeah.
We need to have hat day. We need to have shirt day.
Yeah.
We need to have little special. And they're
Secretary
more
day and stuff.
concerned about these stupid little celebrations. We have to decorate for Halloween. Why don't you help decorate, Cord? Because I'm busy working.
Yeah.
Is it not
And heaven
gay?
help, isn't it funny how they spent their whole late teens and 20s anytime that they got pregnant, right? All of a sudden it's right, but then all of a sudden, baby showers and and everyone has to pitch in. What am I pitching in for?
Yeah.
What am I pitching in for? I don't care.
Yeah.
So, sweet auntie, what's going on, my friend?
Hey there, guys.
How do you feel about women in the workplace?
I don't even know where to
ruining
begin.
it for-
My whole life, every job I've ever had, there's been some 304 that's ruined it or bullied me or made me quit. It's just been atrocious.
Man. Yeah, women get it the worst. I have some videos that I'll bring up here that these chicks are talking about. Guys, and I have a whole playlist of women at work, and you guys, men aren't having it. Men are avoiding women at work now. You guys remember my very first video that cracked 100K views was the one with the women being avoided in the workplace, Guys, men are not having it. It's not. It's too risky, right? And basically on a whim, some chick, she can ruin your entire life. Everyone laughed at Mike Pence. They laughed at him when he was like, I am never alone with women ever. Ever. They're like, what's wrong with him? Sounds like a smart man to me,
Yeah.
Guys, no holiday parties, no happy hours, no mentoring, no traveling with. Don't do it, guys. Go to work, do your job, eat lunch by yourself, and go home. Maybe go hi if they say hi back, because Lord knows if you don't say hi back,
How dare you?
Come on, guys, but do the bare minimum and go home, guys. Here we go.
I see one other potential downfall to it is that, like I said before, when they're more selfish than selfless, so that obviously is going to hurt a team environment. But even outside of work, we know that they're manipulators to get men to do harder labor or just things that they don't want to do. So
yeah,
it's definitely going to echo into the workplace, and they're going to steal credit. They'll basically take your idea or something you said and steal credit for it and things like that. I could definitely see, that's never happened to me, but I could see that happening.
I've had it happen. I document everything.
Oh, really? But think about how much wasted time that is, that you could be being more productive. You know what I'm saying? The fact
I
you had
waste
to
so
stop-
much time.
Yeah. Keep going.
I waste so much time having to play their games or their whatever. It's so much energy that I could be utilizing to work harder, and it's stuck having to make sure that I'm I also follow the Mike Pence rule if I work with women, and having to make sure I do that. And the thing with women is, like, as a guy, you can just leave them alone and they won't come after you. I mean, they'll spread rumors about you and try to get you to HR. But as a woman, they'll come for your friends. They'll comment on your social media if you have one. I mean, even if you try to avoid them, I mean, that almost makes it worse because it nags at them that you're not reacting to them.
Well, do you agree that the way that women, they bully each other is worse than how men bully each other?
100% worse.
Yeah,
I
guys,
always
put a
call
one if you agree. Keep going.
Yeah, I call it like the hive mind mentality. That's why if you ever hear a woman nowadays, they've all blurred together and they say women versus woman, is because they're all just kind of becoming one being. And the hive, like bees, what they do is if the queen bee is mad or whatever and they want to kill something, all the bees swarm that intruder and they buzz and vibrate heat and they melt the person.
Yeah.
And that's what women do. They all gang up together. They do games and things like that. They sneak and tell lies about you behind your back. And they get this whole, like, I've had supervisors that hated me because a woman was sneakily going behind my back and telling them things I was doing that I wasn't for like a year. And I didn't know. And I finally found out that it was because he'd heard all these things about me and he'd built up this hate for me because of that.
Well, he sounds like a real beta male.
Beta! Yeah.
Really? You're going to listen to what a woman says about another employee? Come on, bro. But
Yeah.
guys, think about this.
Just
There's-
on one other.
Wait,
sorry,
hold on, because I forgot this earlier, and if I don't, I'll forget. Guys, the term mansplaining sums up exactly why women create inefficiency at work. Think about that. You are an expert on a topic, and you're trying to teach this woman something new. And because of either your tone or she doesn't like the fact that you know something she doesn't, she calls it mansplaining. Instead of saying, wow, this guy's taking time out of his busy day to teach me something I don't know, she's going to critique who said it, how it's said. It's ridiculous. So now you have to explain something to her on a day where she feels like being taught in a way that she feels is not being condescending, mansplaining. Guys, think about how much more stuff that the average man knows than the average woman. Take a 23-year-old man. Well, Gen Z's kind of cooked, but take a 30-year-old man, right? And a 30-year-old woman. Guys, what percentage more do you think out of 100? How much percentage more stuff do you think he knows? I would say at least 100%. Fixing stuff, how
I was going to say
banks
useless
work.
or useful stuff, because that's different.
Useful stuff. Things
Well,
that you could.
in other words, we know more about materials,
80.
physics,
Yeah.
things like that.
You
that
know,
are all relevant.
We see this whatever podcast of Fresh and Fit. They ask chicks to name 3 countries, and they can't even name 3 countries. They can't even, like, they ask them, when was World War II? They go, 1980. It's like, what? They don't. Once again, if you don't, people don't know anything now because they don't have to know anything, especially women. What do women have to know nowadays? Nothing at all.
Yeah.
So here comes a guy saying, excuse me, ma'am, I noticed that your tire's flat. I can show you how to fix it. Oh, you're just gonna mansplain this to me? He's like, your car is a flat tire. This guy's taking time out of his day to actually help you, and you're gonna somehow get in his face?
Yeah.
That, once again, now, if you are in a workplace where there's especially a fast-moving, dynamic workplace, or one where that's male-dominated and you have to learn or you die,
Yeah.
a woman's going to actually stop and say, well, he didn't tell me this right. He's trying to make it so that your arm doesn't get chopped off by that machine. And a guy has to run up and say, all right, here, let me think about how I can explain this without offending her. It's like you're trying to make it so she doesn't fall off the friggin' 80th story of the skyscraper. Snowboard, you were saying?
Yeah. This is more from them being customer service and stuff like that, or just in general. But women generally don't have a sense of urgency to get anything done in almost any field. You know, coffee shop, auto store, you know, a parts store, whatever. There's no urgency to complete the task and get it done. It's kind of like la-di-da. They take their time. Does that make any sense? There's no urgency. Like,
yeah,
hey, let's do this quick. Let's just bang this out. Let's get it done. Let's
I
take
think
care
it's
of the customer and get
laziness.
on his way.
I think it's more laziness than lack of urgency. It's the unwillingness to do the work that needs to be done, and so pitter-pattering around it.
Perhaps, yeah, perhaps. Either way, the result is the same, where it's just not efficient. But to me, it looks like they just kind of don't care. Like, I'm not expecting them to go sprint to get the part, but I want to see a little bit of hustle and, you know, just sense of urgency. That doesn't mean, you know, panic and do it wrong.
But I think,
but there's no sense of urgency to.
But Snowboard, there's a thing that you gotta understand too. The idea of liking your job and liking the people you work with, that's specifically, like, in general, a woman thing. Guys don't have to like each other. We don't have to like what we do. You know what I'm saying? We just want to show up, get our check, and go home. That's just how it works. And also, too, guys, put a 1 in this chat if it was like a Friday and you were at work and you and some dude got in it. Man, F you, shoving, kicking, whatever. And I was like, damn, man, snowboarding, calling, got into it. It was crazy. And then Monday comes, hey, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Let's get to work. And all the women are like, oh my God, you guys had a fight. You're cool now? Why wouldn't they be? It was nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? It was just that moment. You know what I mean? Maybe freaking Colin ran over Snowboard's foot with the freaking dolly thing. You know what I'm saying? But, like, men get over it. So, guys, this is the thing about women and mental health. Let's lead on to you were saying? I saw you had.
Oh, I was gonna just say too, with the hustle thing that you're talking about, even at full capacity hustle, a female's productivity level wouldn't match a man's at his full productivity. I work in a male dominated field and I work very, very hard all day, but I am not as fast or as strong as the men that do what I do. So, you know, if they replace me with a man, they would get more done.
Do you ever have those people who are like, yeah, sister, you're representing us feminists?
Oh, every time I walk into a commercial building to deliver food, oh, hey, I get a couple like, oh, gosh. I've never seen a female delivery driver, but I get a lot of female empowerment. I just roll my eyes every time like, no.
That they won't put in for the same job. Right?
No. And when they find out how much I make too, they still wouldn't.
My friend's daughter, she was an engineer. Well, she's an engineering student. Well, she graduated, but she was at University of Maryland engineering. And she was one of the only girls in the whole program. Because, I mean, engineers, hello. You know what I'm saying? And she's a, fairly attractive blonde girl. And I was like, so, hey, how's being in the engineering program? She's like, yeah, some of the guys are kind of weird. Well, I'm like, you realize that a lot of those guys, you're like the first decently attractive chick that they've ever talked to. Like, they're socially awkward. They're kind of weird. They're into engineering. Like, those types of guys aren't out there pulling chicks. She's like, I guess I never thought about that before, And then she had friends of hers who were like, oh, yeah, you're carrying the torch for us women get in STEM, blah, 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 as they're, theater majors and drama majors and underwater lesbian fingering majors, And she's like, well, what would help is why don't you join the program too? It's like, oh, no, I would never do that. It's like, well, then shut up then. Shut up. So here we go.
In mine, you don't need an education for, and you can make 6 figures, but they'd rather go on OnlyFans.
Or they'd rather friggin' be some a minimum wage daycare worker or work at some nonprofit
the whole day.
that's friggin' stealing from the federal government.
I was gonna say, yeah, or collecting benefits.
Yeah. Here we go.
A recent poll shows working mothers have been diagnosed with anxiety and or depression 42% more than the general population, their co-workers without kids, and even working fathers.
This is what they voted for. This is what they voted for. You know what I mean? Like, how is this a shock? And guys, we actually hit 100 likes, man. Pretty appreciate that. Appreciate that.
1 hour, 11 minutes.
Skills you can implement right now to help.
The pink collar recession had more than 2 million women leaving the workforce during the pandemic to care for their kids. And while
You also know that this whole thing is cooked when they just make up words and terms that don't mean anything. The pink collar, what are you talking about?
many have returned, there are lasting impacts.
That's like the pink tax. Anyone know what the pink tax is?
Yeah, taking a girl out to dinner.
No, it's the female like razor blades versus male razor blades cost more.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a
so like
joke, yeah.
Gillette will make a man's razor that's like blue, yellow, or black, and then make the same thing and color it pink, and then charge women like 25% more.
Yeah.
It's actually less blades too.
Yeah. And it's like, you know how you avoid the pink tax? You buy the men's product. Is the
Yeah, I buy
color
male
that
razor blades. Who cares?
Yes. If
it's
you
not tax,
know
it's
for
just
a fact-
capitalism.
Yeah, exactly. But do you see how they frame it as victimhood?
'Cause they're too
You know what I'm saying?
stupid to, and they won't take accountability. Females and accountability is like vinegar and baking powder.
It's like nug and fathering.
It's like oil and milk.
Pull out game, mate. Pull out game, man. I just don't pull out, bitch. For you motherfuckers that want to know, I don't pull out. It ain't weak, motherfucker. I don't pull out.
A Harris poll commissioned by CVS Health 4 months ago revealed 42% of working mothers have been diagnosed with anxiety or depression. 33% say their mental health declined in 2022. 40% don't feel their mental health will return to pre-pandemic days. And 72% don't feel supported at work.
Now, guys, here's the thing. We know that part of this is the big push from Big Pharma to diagnose these chicks with all this stuff. You guys remember back in the 90s and the early 2000s, Korg, Colin, Seagrip, Auntie, when you would go to the doctor and they would give you that check board that's saying how much pain are you in, meaning they actually made pain a diagnosis, right?
Yeah.
They're saying stress, the stress that you feel working and taking care of your kids, which you're supposed to feel, but that's a diagnosis that we can fix. Just take these head meds, take the Zoloft, take the Prozac, take all this stuff. All they're doing is just creating a problem. They're taking something that's normal, making it into a problem, telling doctors to tell people that it's a problem, and then offering a solution, quote unquote.
Mothers are really.
And then you need another medication for said side.
Exactly.
effect of that as
Exactly.
well.
Yep.
Dr.
And then you got
Elizabeth
Tylenol
Earlia was
brain kids later down the
the
line.
professor of radiology at Cornell University, a working mom and author of the book First Eat Your Frog. It
Dude,
offers
she
8
stole this
lessons or
idea.
pearls for professional working
This is-
mothers. She says
Eat the frog is like a Spanish proverb thing where it's basically saying do the worst thing first thing in the morning. So you had to eat a frog, basically.
Brian
do it
Tracy.
first thing in the morning. Yeah, it's from Brian Tracy. Exactly right. This 3 see what I'm saying about stealing the ideas? That's all she did is probably
Yeah, but according to them, all inventions were invented by these strong and independent chicks and then stolen over history by Einstein.
Yeah,
and
like the
Oppenheimer.
Wi-Fi.
yeah, the Wi-Fi, yeah.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked.
To be fair, Brian Tracy,
Led astray. Run amok.
he didn't steal it, but he kind of reperpetuated it. But he took it from this thing is like from like the 1500s or something.
Yeah,
like a long
Feelings
time
of-
ago.
Yeah.
Guilt remained for what children went through during the pandemic or didn't get to experience in terms of milestones. Moms in general still need time to heal. She has strategies that working mothers can implement right now.
It's best to take care of the most important thing you need to do as early as possible in the day.
There you go. See?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Me. I. You're more important. You are a mother. You have children. Your children should always come first. And this is a doctor saying this. Absolutely insane.
Just like a woman.
Anytime that there's men's empowerment, we say take care of yourself, improve yourself to be more useful to others. We're trying to improve ourselves in a selfless way. You know what I mean? But women, it's always the selfish way.
Or week or whatever time period you're considering.
This is twofold. First, it sets you up for success because no matter what happens, you're taking care of the most important thing. And secondly, it lessens the mental load. Dr. Arlio's next tip is to think of time not as 24 hours in a day, but as a week equaling 168 hours.
What?
That way, even if
Wow,
you work
she's
50,
a genius.
56 hours a week, you've still got
what in the world?
plenty of time for other things.
She stole this from Brian Tracy, basically.
Yeah. Wow. Look at that.
I think that it really lessens the pressure because whereas you can't have it all or do it all within 24 hours, the fact of the matter is that there is time there for your priorities, for yourself, your family, your friends, and your community.
A third
She should have just.
tip, she says, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. A reminder that nothing's perfect. Set your criteria for what you're looking
And these modern women sure as shit aren't perfect. That's for sure. Here we go, guys.
A study by New York Women in Communications found
She
that
can get it.
23% of women actually looked for a new job during COVID because of mental health concerns. Now, it's impacting every role from managers to working moms and even students who say their personal struggles played a major part in their decision to leave.
Yes, numbers really staggering. Something we want to talk about. Joining us now is Brandy Fodor, Vice President of Student.
She takes up like a third of the screen.
I know. What's her blood type? Nestle Quick.
Ragu. A dollop of Daisy.
Oh man.
Oh no.
For New York Women in Communications. Brandy, thanks so much for being with us this afternoon.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, let's jump right in. For people that have not met you before, you started a virtual support group at IBM. So what would you say some of the big stressors are that have really become draining for women during this time?
Absolutely. So many things you all touched upon for this segment, just, parenting stressors, just how to deal with day to day.
Guys, never deal with or talk to any chick whose name that's supposed to end in a Y but ends in an I. Brandy, Stephanie, Kelly, Casey. If there's an I at the end, run for your life. And guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit the super chat button. Appreciate that.
Workloads. You read that staggering statistic. Well, imagine as we all were shifting and pivoting, someone might have taken on, 2 or 3 roles. So added workload.
Yeah, usually a man.
Yeah.
Usually a man. 9. Let's put a 1 if you agree. 9 times out of 10. If it's someone that that's I don't want to say compromised, but someone that has to offload work to someone else, the person that's getting the extra work is a man. 9 times out of 10. And guys, part of it is the nature of the beast and that these women got to take time off to have kids. Because if you actually look at the wage gap is there for a reason, but it's men and working women who have no kids versus women who have kids. That's when you see that big gap.
Zoom fatigue, going back to back to back with all the calls. You don't have time to eat. You don't have time to go to the restroom. Just all of these things really impacted.
Oh, I'm sure this person has plenty of time to eat, right, guys?
The mental health of women and everyone, you know, in the industry, whether you're in communications or whichever industry, to just how do you deal with the, you know, anxiety and the uncertainty.
So Brandy, speaking of deal, what are some ways you can affect change both professionally and personally as it relates to mental health and kind of being an advocate?
Absolutely. Well, there's a number of things that, you know, you can do to advocate for mental wellness. You can, you know, talk to your HR department. And
Yeah, that's a good plan.
programs and resources you can utilize.
Yeah.
You
I've
can talk
actually
to a
had
bunch-
2 Karens in charge of HR before.
Yeah. Were they B-dubs or white?
No, just middle-aged white women, but they were both named Karen, and I couldn't even believe it. And I had to go out. I've dealt with many.
They were both physically named Karen.
Yeah, no, HR director Karen and an HR manager Karen. 2 different jobs. I couldn't even believe it.
No.
Join organizations like New York Women in Communications that have like-minded people, peers that you can speak to. One of the things that I love about my role, you know, vice president of student programming, is students, as you all mentioned, have gone through so much.
Vice president of student what? DEI is basically what it is.
With the pandemic. So having a resource for them to talk to professionals who are, you know, undergoing the same thing that they're experiencing. And then also know that leaders aren't, you know, mind readers. I wish we had a crystal ball that we could have predicted what was going to happen during this time, but leaders can't read your mind. So you have to be able to speak up and say, I'm under a lot of pressure. I'm drowning. I don't feel like I can meet deadlines, to really get the support and the help that you need. Also, you can feed your soul and your mind. It is so important.
What does that mean? Do you see? Like, what does that even mean?
80 to 100K to say it.
Yeah, they add this into the workplace. Your soul, your mind, the vibe. You know what I mean? Bro, just do your job.
They don't even have a soul or mind anyway.
Yoga or cooking or reading a good book, or someone like me watching reality television way too much.
That's not surprising. Guys, put not surprised in the chat.
You stupid woman. It's something to feed your soul and your mind. And then finally, it is so important to take mental breaks. You have to step away from the screen, step away from the computer. You need to get fresh air. Even as cold as it may be, it is still critical to get fresh air and just get some clarity once you return back to the screen.
Yeah, such good advice and things that we overlook.
You see, this advice is all about avoiding the problems instead of actually fixing them.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, guys, here, let's do this first, and then we'll. Okay, let's go.
And while you're doing that, guys, HR is not your friend.
Yeah, not at
HR is
all.
there to protect the company from risk.
Yep. Here you go. Now, this is from NPR. I'm not that big
Literal
a
works.
fan of his, but this one's kind of on the topic.
There's literal works of art available for women to download entitled How to Destroy a Man Now. Guys, they say that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. But in this case, it is men that are fed up and are making rational decisions in the workplace. What is it that we're talking about here today? Well, the Me Too movement is clearly backfiring on women in professional environments. And if you guys remember, the Me Too movement kicked off towards the end of 2017, most notably with the Harvey Weinstein case, where he was inevitably found guilty. Now, at the time, the movement was praised because it gave strength to a lot of women to report harassment that was happening in the workplace. But one of the talking points specifically within the male sector that they focused in on is the strength of this movement hyperbolic or exaggerated in comparison to what is actually happening in the workplaces today? And if there's an overcorrection, well, what would be the result of that overcorrection? Well, first, I want to give you guys Exhibit A, and this tweet got over 2 million views on Twitter, and it says, I was talking to a female friend, and she was telling me how lonely it is for her to be working with only men in her team
because they all maintain a respectful distance from her as they don't want to come off as creeps, not realizing it is completely isolating. And when I
Now, guys, I covered this tweet a long time ago, you know, but I figured that this is relevant. This is actually more relevant now than ever, right? Guys, please, 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 please leave these broads alone. Leave them alone. Don't look at them. Don't talk to them. Don't train them. Don't mentor them. Don't even, guys, do the bare minimum so that they don't go, oh, he's you know what I mean? Guys, please go to work, do your job, eat your lunch at your desk, right? You know, have your headphones in. If you ever have to be in a meeting with a chick, make sure someone else is there. Or if you're in a conference room, keep the door open. Guys, this is not a game. You will get gotten. It could happen to any of us. Black, white, you know, military, non-military, guys, you can get cooked. And once you get cooked, guys, that even if you're innocent, man, it doesn't matter, you know?
read this tweet, the first thing that I think of is that there's modern men today that are making rational decisions because they're putting their purpose or how they make money over shitting where they eat. But the definition of shitting where you eat is shifted over time, because it used to mean flirting with said person of the opposite sex. But in modern times today, men are avoiding contact and conversations with women because of the overcorrection that I spoke about previously. The irony being here is that the Me Too movement was put into place to help women, but it turns out the degree that women utilized it to weaponize interactions with men in the workplace seems to be hurting them just.
Guys, so if 175 people watching, guys, let's try and hit 150 likes, guys. You know, hit the 304 button, guys. Like I said, it's free and it's easy. That's the thumbs up button. Hit the like button, guys. So let's go ahead and do that.
As much. 5 years removed since the beginning of the Me Too movement, it's clear to a degree that Me Too is backfiring on women today in professional settings, because men that might be executives or senior managers are now refusing to engage with female staff. Now, some believe that this is just a knee-jerk reaction, while others are saying that these men are making rational decisions, because the risk of being fired should an interaction go awry, or the risk of having S harassment as a stamp on your invisible resume or on your track record is not worth talking.
Now, guys, really fast, I recommend, if you can, guys, go to my video on this one right here. This woman being ignored video. It's the one that has 137,000 views. Guys, read the comments and read the stories that some of you guys have put in here. Look at this. This guy says, as a gay man, I've been harassed by women and was one time accused of inappropriate behavior because I refused her advances. So he's, zesty, and because she liked him and he said no thanks, all of a sudden they called HR.
Wow.
You guys, just go and I have a whole series of videos on this, guys. Just go through this playlist and look at these stories. You know what I mean? And you'll see just all the foolishness that's actually going on. Insane.
You want some stories?
Yeah. Go for it.
I've been called to HR on 3 separate occasions. The second one was probably the most infuriating one, where I was with a gal. I worked in a job that was mainly men, and she worked in an area, and she'd come over to my area and was distracting me, and we were talking, and we should have been working. And my boss walked by and saw me, and he looked at us and he said, "Hey, quit the lady chatter and get back to work." And so we did, and I didn't think anything of it because he was right. We're 2 ladies. We shouldn't have been chattering. I should have been working. So I went back to work. A week later, I get called into HR because apparently she reported him for sexual discrimination in the workplace by calling us ladies and chatting. And I had to defend him.
Wow.
Like I couldn't even believe this.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
One was
HR
a
took it
lady.
so seriously.
One was a lady, and the other was an uptight. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she wasn't a lady, so she was right.
Yeah.
He called him a name that she wasn't, and that was a lady because she was not one.
That just doesn't make once again chaos, guys. Chaos.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to work and do stuff.
Yeah.
Keep going.
The most recent one is a hoe off. You ready for this? 2 hoes fighting it out. So I hear a rumor from one of hoes. Let's call her 3041, and she tells me that 3042 is a lot lizard and sneaking around with some of the other delivery drivers I work with. And I don't think anything of it. I don't care. I don't know this other lady. I move on. A week later, I get called in the office because Ho 1 turned in Ho 2 to HR for sexual harassment in the workplace for hitting on drivers. Well, here's the thing. Both of them are sleeping with the drivers, but one of them, Ho 1, is not a very good looking lady. And Ho 2 was a little bit better, but not by much. And she was getting along with one of the drivers that Ho 1 liked. And so that's why Ho 1 turned in Ho 2.
Man, it figures,
Wow.
right? It figures. The women's worst enemy is always another woman. Here we go, guys. Let's do this real fast.
That's why I chose the self-employment route with not many employees, is I can do like whatever I want at all times for the most part, and that's pretty
I
cool.
tried. It's too rural where I'm at, and remote work isn't because of our taxes and insurance in my state.
Those guys.
They insist on decorating their cubes so that it looks like a freaking Turkish bazaar.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Back when I
We
was
had
in the
a-
office, guys, I didn't have anything in my office. People,
We-
did anyone work in here?
Her job is like refilling water and drinking it. Like,
I mean, look at this. Cord, you were saying?
Well, when I worked as a federal contractor, there was another contractor lady who would just bring all kinds of crap to decorate her cube. Boxes, toys in their original boxes, and just all kinds of garbage I can't even think of to describe. And it got to the point where she had less space for actual working because it was occupied by all of that garbage. And the manager finally had enough of it and told her, "You need to get rid of a bunch of that stuff."
yeah.
And she was crying and all upset.
Whoa, hold on, guys. Look. Watch. Hold on. Look. Watch. So she had to get up, leave her phone in, close the door,
And then grab the phone again.
open the door, and grab the phone again. Like,
Jesus.
this realizes the absurdity of these videos of when they're come to work with me. How much effort it takes, like when they come home through the door, they have to open the door, set the phone up, and then go back outside, lock the door, and then unlock the door and walk in like they've just got home.
Yeah. And check it to make sure that they're satisfied with how.
Imagine working with her.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd be
and
so
she acts
scared
like
I'd get
she's
on
doing-
video.
Yeah, she's acting like she's doing something stupendous and unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of these girls have been getting fired because, there was the one girl who's like, "Oh, I'm a girly in tech," and she's filming in Google headquarters.
Yeah.
Google's like, "What are you doing? You're on a Chinese app filming in Google headquarters? Are you insane? What are you doing?"
And they should be fired.
Yeah. And Korg, you know why they had to? There was an issue with all the stuff on her desk. Because
Oh,
she was a
God.
hoarder.
Oh, God. Sweet auntie is a truck driver, I guess. Can you go get a tire iron, honey? Be his ass.
I'll get my tire thumper. It's a nice lipstick.
Guys, all these cuts, and it's not even 7:26 a.m. Think about this, guys. Like all this stuff that she's managed to clip in there of different angles, and it's not even 7:20 yet. Oh my gosh,
hell
I
is
can't listen to
that?
that.
That's her keyboard clacking.
Yeah.
Oh, I that thing would end up in the trash.
Guys, look at all this stuff, and it's only 9 a.m. Look at this. And then she shows her screen. Look at this.
Why would you bring your keyboard home?
So she can work from home too and make bubble popping.
Look at this, guys. Uh-oh.
We know what she was doing.
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside hoeing. I work at Hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at Hoeing. That's the company I work at, Hoeing.
AJ, your reaction sound effects are top notch.
Look at this. Let's see where it's at. Domino's. But hey, I guess that's better than street walking.
Yeah.
Right?
Host.
Make an honest day's living, right? Here we go. Like, there's no way Target allows this. You know what I mean? You're filming at Target.
Your Target credit card.
Okay, thank you.
Like, why would you post this?
And the accidental slip of someone's info, I mean, I just don't understand what the risk factor involved here that they don't understand. I had to teach my nieces, I am an actual auntie. I teach my nieces life lessons. And one of them is Google yourself. You'd be shocked to see what's on the internet about you. And you need to be careful about that as you get older.
Hey, guys, put a 1 if you agree that we're cooked when Asians are doing it. They usually keep to themselves, but when the Asians are doing it, we are cooked.
Hi guys.
Is that a hoflation signal?
I think so.
There she is.
Hey, actually, I'm going to have to hop off here. It was a pleasure to join you
All right, my
guys.
friend. Thank you.
Yep.
Where does she work at? Sephora? Look at this.
No, I think it said it was called Garage or something.
SFS. There's only 8 units, so that's not even bad at all. I had to grab a new Zebra
I
because.
think she's mixed race. She's half black and half Asian. So, but yeah, look at this.
Good morning. Come to work with me because why not? I've been stuck in the fucking break room for the past 30 minutes because this door's locked. But I just saw my coworker go in here. That's me, guys. Oh my god, these days have been.
Now look, she says that she works in a man's field and she works in a warehouse, but she works at a desk.
Yep.
Do you guys see the BS, the cap?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I work in all man's male field. There's like these construction workers, and all they do is hold the flag or they do invoices all day long. I'm a woman in construction. Please.
Now I have to go pick up breakfast for a meeting that we've been having like every day. So I'm trying out new Penny Cafe for the office. I've been wanting to try this, but it's better when they pay. Package motherfucking secured, but it is 6:56 and I have to be there. Oh my god, I'm in drive. And I have to be there at 7. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
If you weren't setting up your phone.
Clocking out because I have to go to court and I need to pay my ticket. Oh my god, guys, free me the fucking fast way. What do I look?
I can't, guys.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm sorry. They're just vapid is the word. And guys, follow me on TikTok, AJ Rants on TikTok, And guys, let's try and hit 150 likes, guys. We have 120. We have 160 something people watching, guys. Thanks for being here. Hold on,
Look
guys.
at the comment from Binks on the actual video you're looking at. When I saw the ice vanilla berry, it made my day. Like, these women are sheep. That's just, it's insane.
Guys, look at this. Now, guys, I've done videos on this office siren crap before, right? And you guys, women, a good chunk of them dress like whores at work. They just do. They just do. Then don't objectify me, please. Right? I mean, look at this. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Like what is going on here? Right? And then look at this B-Dub. What's the Free Willy song?
We got a beached whale over here.
Look at that. Look at this. Can you imagine? This walks by you at work. Why? And then like, well, HR is trying, you know, mess with me, and they're trying to just say that I can't do this and do that. And sorry.
We now can banva podo.
Come on. Guys, do not mess with these chicks at work, man. Do not mess with these chicks at work. They go to work trying to get attention, you know? And then once they get it, you're not the right type of guy, you're cooked. Cooked. Hold on, guys.
One more, AJ. They like to try to pawn their work off onto other people.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. So any of you guys probably know this, but if some of you younger guys haven't had enough office experience, anytime a woman comes up and asks, hey, can you help me? You say, you basically come up and say, hey, I'm really busy. What is it? And maybe I'll see if I can fit it in my schedule. Because otherwise they're going to pawn their work off onto you.
Yeah. All I can say is no habla English. I don't speak English. I'm deaf. guys, hit the like button, guys. I'd appreciate that. Guys, here we go.
The office or have any in-person meetings or events, you cannot show midriff. This goes for a majority of corporate jobs. However, I do understand there's some industry differences depending on what you're in, where you can be more out there with your clothing.
No, there isn't.
And I'm not here to like shame a woman's outfit. Whatever you want to wear out on the night is like
And there you go. And that's why women never ever learn anything from each other, because they can never ever do 100% affirmative. They always say, well, I'm not trying to shame you, but you should say, don't do that. It's a stupid thing to do. Don't do it. But then I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So they're always so wishy-washy about it, you know?
Thing. But when you're in a corporate setting, you cannot show, you have to be professional and you have to dress professionally. And I know people are going to comment like, who gives a fuck? Let people wear whatever the fuck they want. Okay, sure. But there's certain things that you can and cannot wear in a million settings in the world. For example, like if you're going to a nice restaurant, you can't show up in pajamas. If you're going to somebody's wedding, you can't wear white. If you're going into the office or you're meeting with people face to face in a professional setting, you can't show your midriff. I'm sorry. That's the truth. And I'm not afraid to hurt your feelings. So I'll tell you that. If you're going into the office,
guys. Person says, tell these fashion companies who keep making shorter and shorter professional tops. Don't buy them then. Don't buy them. Women in the workplace. Absolute joke. Look at this.
Good morning, OOTD. This dress that is wildly inappropriate for work, but I'm going to wear it anyways because I'm tired. And I'm out of outfits because it's like my second to the last day of my week, basically. I've been working 15 hours a day for the past 4 days.
He's a streetwalker.
Maybe 5. I'm exhausted. I really should have just shotgunned this. I'm not going to, though, because I care about my heart and my circulatory system. But that's it. Body tea. I got my uncloths on. And I am late also because I had to get gas. So they're gonna be okay though.
Well.
There you go, guys. This is the quintessential modern woman coworker, right? Right here, guys.
Any modern corporate handbook.
Yeah.
And look up the dress code standards for men and women. The men, a paragraph, maybe a couple bullet points. The women, at least 3 pages.
Yeah.
Because they have to outline what these 304s can't wear to the office.
That's true. That's true.
Carton today, and They don't even pay attention to me like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But I do like my new job, and I've been getting a lot of compliments, and they've been speaking so highly of me, and I just am so excited. And I just really like the environment that I'm in. So we'll see.
Not enough to actually show up on time to work, you dunderhead.
Yeah, you know, how long that lasts if I like still enjoy it. But I think I will. Everyone's so friendly. All the customers it's expected to pay. Like, it's nothing like Main Event. You know, Main Event, I walk home with like probably like 6 no tips. Not at this job.
Guys, here. Watch
Yeah,
this.
because it's a
Watch
strip
the
club.
Watch.
Oh my!
Sorry for the
Jesus
jump scare,
Christ.
guys. Right, guys, watch. Now listen to what Cord said, right? Okay, because the reason why they have to put all these rules and stuff is because women assume that if it's not in the rule book, it's open season, right? Because they don't want to read the room, they don't want to adapt. They think it's main character syndrome. So let's watch. Oops, shit.
Well, they just don't
True
understand
HR
what it
nightmare.
means to be a responsible adult.
Yeah, or be part of a team, you know. So
How to be a true HR nightmare. Nobody asked, but I'm a content creator and I'm full of myself, so I'm going to talk anyway. This isn't legal advice, by the way. People think of an HR nightmare as someone who creates problems for HR by being inappropriate. A true HR nightmare is someone who never steps a toe out of line, but can absolutely win at their game. And the way to do this is to assume that if they don't put it in writing, they don't want it in writing, so put it in writing. We're playing chess here, okay? Not checkers. It's my favorite game, but unfortunately, nobody wants to play it with me anymore. Let's say, for example, you're emailing back and forth on a topic and you ask a question that has a shady answer, and instead of emailing you that answer, they call you. That's fine. Always send a follow-up email. Actually, always send a follow-up email after every single conversation with HR or management on damn near anything. You never know when it'll be useful later, no matter how benign it seems now. Hello, whoever. As per our phone conversation, I wanted to follow up and make sure I understood you properly. I wanted to make sure I understood you correctly when you said blank. I took it to mean blank, and your reasoning to be blank. I want to respect your wishes, and so please let me know if I understood them properly. And please let me know via email so that I can refer back to this and not have to rely upon memory and potentially accidentally step out of line. And here you have them in checkmate. Because if they say yes, there's your written confession of some shady shit. If they say no, there's your written proof that you don't have to listen to whatever nonsense they said on the phone or to your face. And if they say nothing, well, you specified you wanted it in writing to make sure that you could follow their instructions, and so I guess it wasn't that important to them. It's also not a denial, and it doesn't look good. Save the email thread in multiple places and print it. Also, pre-fill out some documentations for different reports to different agencies and see if you can find a lawyer who will work on contingency. Now, if I'm using that phrase correctly, it's what most people mean when they say pro bono. Now, again, I definitely haven't had to do this, and I definitely didn't CC other members of HR so they knew exactly who the fuck they were dealing with. Truly, I do love this game, and I think that a lot of you will learn to love it too.
And instead of actually doing work and being productive, that's what this idiot does.
Yeah. Well,
guys, first of all, hold on, Stoneboard. First of all, look at this dunderhead's face.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Are you serious right now? Can you imagine having to work with this thing? What were you saying?
The first half of what this being said actually is kind of true. Anything you say, they can and will use against you, but you can also do that to them. So get it in writing. I had a friend who they said he was being too aggressive in the office, trying to like close sales and make them more money. And they were saying, you're being rushed and you're being too aggressive and stuff. And he was trying to get them to have it in writing because they were like, look, you're basically like discriminating against me for working hard and trying to make us money here. You didn't do anything, bad. So you do want to have some stuff in writing, and he's not trying to, sue the company or something like that. But if
it's good to document everything.
It's good to document everything. So the first half of what she said is pretty good because they will. And again, HR is mostly women. women will do that. They'll just, oh, we just need to talk about it. We'll have a talk, but then it's not in writing, like they said, via basically email. That is actually important to have to cover yourself a bit.
Because guess what happens? Hey, Snowboard, remember when we discussed blah blah blah, and you say, I don't know what you're talking about. So if it wasn't written down, it never happened.
Yeah. So so if they say they smooth over an issue or something, it's just good to have in writing when because you're going to remember, people try to play games to get you fired and stuff like that too. So you need to, that's the way to keep HR in check. So anything that they say to try and mess you up, you have a record of that to say, no, this is so that the person did look like an idiot, but what they said in the beginning was actually a pretty good thing to do. So she said, saying like, if you have a verbal meeting, just say, hey, can you just summarize that? Or, you type what you took away from it and just say,
yeah, don't ask somebody else to summarize. Just do it yourself.
Yeah.
HR is not there to protect you. I'm going to say that again. HR is not there to protect you. And the sooner you understand that, the easier your work life gets. Save this video. Trust me, you're going to want to stay to the end and probably watch it a couple more times to get all of this information. So listen, HR is full of good people. Most of them really do want to help you. But
you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
their job isn't to referee every personality clash or fix your manager's bad attitude. They can't make your coworker stop being lazy. They don't care who didn't invite you to their Halloween party. HR's job is to protect the company. Full stop. They exist to reduce liability, manage risk, and make sure policies are followed. They are there to make sure the business runs smoothly, not to make you feel seen, heard, or validated. They make sure you get paid. They make sure the company doesn't get sued. And if you happen to benefit from that process, awesome. But don't make any mistakes. HR works for the business, not against it. So stop treating them like your babysitter. If you want to survive corporate life, learn the game. Document everything. Stay professional and use HR strategically, not emotionally. Because once you understand their purpose, you stop expecting them to be your therapist and you start using them like the system that they are. Okay, now forward this message.
No thanks. Because this is the thing about men. Men, we don't even, most places where it's all men, they don't even need HR. So we're there to do work. HR only became a thing once women started going into these companies. Because oftentimes, if a guy is being mistreated or whatever, he'll just go on to a different job. They have, this message is for women because they're the ones who do this foolishness in the first place, who act like HR is their buddies, it's their therapy session and all this crap. What a joke. What an absolute joke. So guys, we'll finish here. Guys, put a 1 if you believe that women in the workplace treat each other like absolute trash, right? Absolute trash. Talk about Me Too and the patriarchy, but 9 times out of 10, guys, a woman's worst enemy at work is another woman, right? And let's look at some examples of said thing. Hold on.
Good morning.
Look at this chick really fast. I'm an HR manager's nightmare. Look at this.
Everybody, happy Friday Eve. Praise the Lord. Thank you.
That's
Almost
how
the
she
end of
dresses
the week.
at work.
Anyway, not sure how I feel about my outfit today. I was so freaking tired. Like, I'm exhausted. I just kind of threw this together.
Yeah, right. Look at this.
Yeah, right. It's your whole life. Oh,
You tell her
my God.
she's a goddamn whore.
Anytime you see a woman wearing a hat like that, just leave.
Yeah, she's a skeezer. Seriously.
Yeah.
They're
Yes,
not,
there we go.
that's the thing. They're not a nightmare. They're an aggravation.
Yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
have to be treated like children.
Yeah.
Honestly, the issues don't come.
Here you go, guys.
Honestly, the issues don't come from the men. The issues come from other females.
Okay.
Bullying cases in the workforce, 86% of them are female against female. So I have nothing against male champions of change. They've always opened doors for me. They've always created opportunities for me.
Yeah, big
Often the men would...
Say again?
But she has big titties.
Yeah, those. Yeah, they're not real. Look at that, because she's that small. But either way,
I don't know.
You know?
I don't mind it, actually.
Yeah.
A pair of titties make you want to stand up and drink some buttermilk.
be roaming around in groups talking about sport, right? I don't know anything about sport. I just was curious. I was like, oh, tell me about it. Like, why are you so passionate about it? Why do you support this team, etc., etc.? So I didn't pretend to know anything about football or rugby. I leaned into my femininity instead of trying to be one of the boys, because I'll never be one of the boys. And it was refreshing to them. It was a change, and they liked the opportunity to teach someone something, to flex their expertise and knowledge in a particular area.
And that's why so many Asian chicks out earn other women. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not out there trying to fight men. This doesn't make any sense. And this chick's healthy weight. She's not 785 pounds like a B-dub,
Let's talk about white women bullying black women at work. I made a video about a month ago on bullying and women-dominated spaces, and I made a hypothesis at the end that I think is specifically about white women bullying black women. And workplaces in the U.S. are designed for white male norms.
Oh, there we go. Of course, it's all Colin's fault.
Yep.
It's Snowbird's fault and Cork's fault. Of course, it's all you white guys' fault. Please, what are you talking about?
Not just my opinion. Workplaces in the U.S. were modeled after military and sports. They value competition
And white men are the only ones that play sports and have militaries?
Can't hear it.
Crazy, yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, this is as loud as it gets, so I can't change
there
it.
can only be one winner. So a lot of women feel the pressure to be pick-me's professionally and to show that competitiveness, that dominance among the only other people they feel like they can, which is other women. And this is in hopes that the men in power will see them and reward them for that behavior and see them as one of the boys. Direct quote from this article.
Now, guys, that is true because oftentimes
women at the top. So it's
once a
power.
chick
This is not to
gets
take
power, she cooks other chicks. You know what I'm saying?
acknowledge where we bring white supremacy into
There you
it.
go.
White supremacy and patriarchy are connected.
Oh
We
my
notice where we don't have power, and then we notice where we do have power, but we don't want to acknowledge that out loud. I made a video shortly after that original video on how matriarchy is a different system than patriarchy, and I give
Because matriarchy's impossible. Matriarchy is made up. It's not a thing at all.
example that the Barbie movie was not matriarchy. It was patriarchy with women at the top. So it's not just the gender ranking right now that isn't working. It is the actual system that is not working. White women, I think if we refused to side with patriarchy and white supremacy, the world would be a better place.
And let's just grant that this idiot has any points that actually make sense. How would that even work? Guys, groups tend to stick together, right? A lot of white chicks talk a lot of trash, but ultimately they vote along with their husbands and boyfriends who are white because guess what? It's like a survival thing. You know what I mean? Groups vote with their own groups and usually stay with their own groups. If you had a bunch of 6-year-olds and you had Black, Hispanic, Asians, or whatever, and you just let them in, they're gonna all get together based on how they look. That's how it works. You know what I mean? Like they've done this experiment. That doesn't mean that they'll only stick to, but they'll actually go to their own groups first and then start to intermingle. How is this in our
workplaces? I talk frequently about how our social class system is built on race and gender and giving certain groups different amounts of little privileges to keep us.
I can't listen to her anymore, guys. I'm sorry.
Is she wearing like a shower cap? What
I
was
don't
that
know.
thing?
I don't know. We all know how these new age woo-woo morons are. With their dream catcher tattoo in the middle of her back. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Some of you are about to stop following me right now. I had a conversation with my cousin the other day, and it was quite disheartening. It's not bad enough that as Black women, we are often alone or the first in our roles. We are fighting against systems and people who don't want us there. What makes it worse is when there are other Black women in place that are making our lives hell. Now, look, sis, I know you've been through a lot to get there. I know you had to endure. I know it maybe took you longer to get there than you wanted to get there. You got all the education, you paid your dues, and in fact, you have earned everything that you have done to be there. But that does not give you a reason or an excuse to mistreat other Black women simply because your role was challenging. In fact, if this is you, and it is you, if what I'm saying is hitting close to home, you probably need to go and get some help for that. It is unfair for you to place the treatment that you've experienced on other Black women. In fact, I'm going to say you have a responsibility because, see, you stand on the shoulders yourself of other Black women that have come before you. So I'm going to ask you to check yourself, because whatever that ish is in 2025, we're not carrying it into 2026.
And you know, guys, if you ever have this thing where you're part of some community and you owe it to guys, you don't owe anyone anything. You're not obligated to give, support anyone or anything that you don't choose. I don't have this whole, the Black community, and I have to work to the people who get no. I'm an individual, right? You know what I mean? That whole concept means that you have to alter your life choices or career choices or change how you are or to accommodate people who you've never met, who would certainly not help you. So what's the point? Because this is the dumbest mentality that you can have short of the victim mentality, right? Because you don't owe anyone anything at all. Here you go, guys.
I saw a post that said it needs to be a study on women like over the age of 30 something and the beef with their young colleagues, because no, this is real. The unnecessary attitudes, the animosity for no reason. I don't know where it be coming from, and it literally comes out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Like, I don't know what be wrong with these folks. I saw a post that said
I guess you summed it up pretty good. That the older chicks hate on the younger chicks. You know? Guys, we're almost at 150 likes, guys. So please hit the like button, guys. You know, it's a 304 button. It's free and it's easy. So hit the button. Guys, here we go.
The biggest problem that women have
You can get it, you know?
today is actually the biggest problem that women have today is actually other women.
Exactly.
Let's talk about woman versus woman in corporate America. My favorite topic. There's this phenomenon where some women, not all, but some, have been able to climb the corporate ladder, and instead of helping other women, they instead oppress, bully, and diminish other women. So there's a few different ways that this actually manifests itself. First, they're probably going to be extremely harsh with other women in terms of feedback and critique. Okay, secondly, this is the thing that people don't talk about, is that these women tend to also gatekeep certain relationships with senior men in power. And lastly, they just pander to the men in the room, ignoring the women. And obviously, none of this is mentorship or professional development. It's all just insecurity. And the sooner you realize that, the better. Sometimes the most dangerous people in corporate America, the ones blocking you from going where you want to go, are other women who are insecure.
Look at that. Now, guys, her comment section is pretty base. It says all of my worst bosses were women. And then this idiot right here. The problem isn't women. It's the corporate cultural system that panders to men. Please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Look at that. Chick says, I'll never work for another woman manager again. So much PTSD. Someone says, explains why I never make it to the next round when I'm interviewed by a female. I always make the next round when it's a man. Someone says, true, insecure managers are the worst. Look at that. Chick says that if you're a beautiful woman in corporate or any industry, then it's even worse because it comes from women in high positions, directors, and managers. Facts. Look at that, guys. They can't stand each other. Someone says, I was recently fired from a job because my manager and another manager, both women, just didn't want to do their jobs in relations to my requests. They complained, seemed annoyed about my looks, and made things about my attitude. So the guys on the team just kept things moving and did work just fine. Look at this. Sometimes these women, they behave in this manner not only due to insecurity, but due to misogynistic indoctrination. Please. What a joke. Well, do a couple more, guys, and then I'll shut this down. Uh-oh. Look at the bonnet brigade.
And as I get older, I knew I wasn't crazy for wanting to work with like males instead of females most times, because why, we just chatting at work and a coworker gonna say something. Dang, such and such ain't here. I can't pick with nobody today. I have nobody to mess with. You want her to come to work so you can try to bully her and pick with her? Like, do you not have a life outside of your job? Like, what do you get out of it? Like, people really come to work to be bullies. And when I say people, I mean 9 times out of 10, it be females.
There you go.
Be women that actually come to work to make other people miserable because they don't have a life outside of work. And if they do have a life outside of work, it is pure miserable. And they want to give the next hell. I don't like it. Like, it just give me the ick. And as I get older,
Guys. And they still try and blame us men and still act like we care, and B, want to somehow make their lives harder. Here you go, guys.
Five things I have learned from working for 2 very insecure women bullies. I had 2 bullies in my life, and they were both female bosses. The other side of that, I have had 2 wonderful, amazing female leaders, one of which is mine right now, and I would do anything for her. An insecure boss is going to constantly be living in fear that you are going to take their job, so they will withhold resources, training, anything from you just to keep you at this level. They do not want to see you succeed, whether it's in that company or elsewhere, and they are going to do everything in their power to keep it that way. They do not respect your time. They will participate in company gossip and likely be the ones that start it in order to break down the team and create some weird divide so that they can be your saving grace and also take the attention away from the fact that they suck. They have an inability of self-awareness or gratitude. They will micromanage to the point that you are no longer empowered to make any decision and you start to second guess your confidence. 5 things I have learned from working for 2 very insecure women bullies. I had 2 bullies in my life, and they were both female bosses. The other side of that, I have had 2 wonderful, amazing female leaders, one of which is mine right now, and I would do anything for her. An insecure boss is going to constantly be living in fear that you are going to take their job, so they will withhold resources, training, anything from you just to keep you at this level. They do not want to see you succeed, whether it's in that company or elsewhere, and they are going to do everything in their power to keep it that way. They do not respect your time. They will participate in company gossip and likely be the ones that start it in order to break down the team and create some weird divide so that they can be your saving grace and also take the attention away from the fact that they suck. They have an inability of self-awareness or gratitude. They will micromanage to the point that you are no longer empowered to make any decision and you start to second guess your confidence. 5 things I have learned from working for 2.
There you go, guys. This is not our fight, guys. This is not our fight, guys. Please leave these chicks alone at work. If you see drama between 2 chicks, guys, leave them alone, because the one thing that unites the sisterhood is a man. Is them trying to jump on a man, guys. Seriously. What an absolute joke. Guys, anything else on the topic before we switch gears here?
No, it's kind of already
really.
gotten kind of exhausting, really.
I know, guys. We have listened to a number of women today.
Yeah.
guys. All right. Sorry,
We
guys.
need to have a tasing or something to cleanse the palate and send us
guys,
a nice
guys.
night.
Sorry about the jump scare here, guys, but.
Man, Jesus, man.
Is that a dick coming out her ear?
Yeah.
Guys, this chick's mad because her boyfriend left her out of the threesome. Or I think he was paying too much attention to the other chick.
What?
Oh no! Hold on.
That's the sound of the police.
Oh, here we go, guys. Let's do this. And guys, we're almost at 150 likes, guys. So everyone stop, take a second, hit the like button, all right? Here we go.
He was trying to get me to have a threesome with this person, and she came in, she was so rude. Like, how do you know him? Da-da-da.
What started as an agreement inside a polygamous household quickly escalated.
Escalated.
Hey, are you about to leave?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I just need to
Because
I told her already.
I am, but he has. Can I talk to you right here? Because he'll.
Where is this? I can't.
Who's that to you? We're just trying to make sure everything's okay. What's been going on?
I have a ride already on the way, and
Is it?
he had
Ohio, Oklahoma, Florida.
somebody already in the bathroom. Like, I'm bleeding and everything over him. Like he's assaulting me, and I'm like, now he wants her to open the door all of a sudden.
You okay?
Oh my god. Knock Knock was moving some weight.
Come on, guys. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. Nug knows no bounds, man. Straight up. Guys, come
Pull
on.
out game, mate. Pull out game, man. I just don't pull out, bitch. For you motherfuckers that want to know, I don't pull out. It ain't weak, motherfucker. I don't pull out. Fuck.
Come on, man.
You know what he was doing with the threesome? He had like that red cape thing that bulls have, and he was using that to charge at each other.
That matadors have, yeah.
That matador,
Guys,
matador thing, yeah.
Look, you can see the freaking forklift parked down the hallway there.
Yeah.
You know.
You all right? Okay.
Uh-oh, he's gonna bust the door down.
So basically, he was trying to get me to have a threesome with this person, and she came in, she was so rude. Like, how do you know him? Da-da-da. It's been hours.
Yeah,
That's
I've
why I
heard.
said-
That's
why I
what we
said
were
I had
told by
that's why I
multiple
said-
people.
Multiple?
Yeah.
That's why I said I had messages like he's telling me stay here, and I had
See
a
the
ride.
wedding
He was like, no,
photo
stay here.
that she
He's
had?
preventing you from walking.
He was
out of there.
preventing me.
Really? Not to see it.
I think
He
on
was
her
like,
phone,
no, stay
yeah.
here. And I'm like, no, like I'm leaving. I was drunk by myself. And he's like, come drink with us. She gave me a drink. And I'm like, but she was so rude to me. She's like, how do you know him? Da-da-da. I'm showing the messages now.
Look at the lashes on this thing. Jesus
So
Christ.
was he punching you?
Like he was like, yeah, like he was kind of holding the door.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Hit the cop, you absolute dunderhead. Guys, why are they so stupid? Why? Guys, I'm telling you, guys, Tim Hicks, Rajai, Dante, anyone black in this chat, guys, until further notice, in general, you know, these dunderheads are totally cooked, guys, and we need to separate ourselves. We need to come just there needs to be some type of great divorce where any blacks that have some sense just act like these knuckleheads don't even exist. They shouldn't even be in our universe. You know, it's just ridiculous. Why?
So
Like the whole- like-
preventing you from leaving.
Like, no, she's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But he was preventing me, like I was gonna just assault her and just hurt her, like she was gonna hurt me.
Okay.
So I'm like, just open the door, you know. I'm like, we're both women. You're hitting me, and like,
So what I'm hearing, she's been over here for a little bit. He invited another girl over to have a threesome. And then she came in very rude She was not very nice. And then she went and locked herself in the bathroom. Is that what I heard?
The other girl did.
Yeah, the other
No,
girl
well,
locked.
he locked her. She went in to use the restroom and
Yeah.
he locked her in.
Okay, so it's preventing her from.
Yeah, so I can really know. Like I was just like, wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where it got physical. So can you
You do
explain
that
that
to
part to
cattle
me?
sometimes. You lock them.
Exactly. Like Yellowstone.
Yeah.
You want to see her suck me up, babe? And I mean, just everything. Okay, if it's perfect though, LOL, because I'm trying to chill. I'm trying to let you know. I say, what you mean by that? Friday, babe. That's why I'm like, the money always comes first. Da, 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 for that.
Did he pay you anything?
No,
Well, it's all
No.
that you said the money comes first, and then you
because he was talking about people
upon
that
a-
comes and gives me money or whatever. Not like prostitution, but just people that comes in, you know.
Oh, please.
You've been had. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
The people who come and give me money, not like prostitution though. Come on,
detective determined that was a lie.
guys. I guess we have heard it all, guys. Hold on, one. Guys, put a one. Did you think that we were beyond being surprised at this point? Seriously, like
I've seen a lot.
right? We've seen a lot in the last 3 years. Yeah, guys, unbelievable. And first of all, what nug's giving this thing money?
I don't know.
She got the Dunlap. You guys
They
see
probably-
this? You get the Dunlap with a gut.
Dunlap over the belt.
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
To a
They
cop,
probably
guys.
like.
She's a literal 304 calling the cops. Crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, babe, da, 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 you know, this gives me money that I go out with, whatever the case is, just for money. We don't ever do anything, but
So you aren't taking money for sex, are you?
not for sex.
The lie detector.
What are
But
you
just
taking
people
money
that
for?
people that love friends, family,
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
whatever it is. It just gives me money because of my
Do you mind if I
situation.
read those messages real
Yes,
quick?
that's what I'm
Scroll
saying.
down for me.
So what happened when it got physical?
He started acting. I was telling him the whole time, like, y'all are acting weird. Like, y'all are, there's supposed to be 3 people, apparently, but y'all are leaving me out of everything.
There's no way you can carry all those things out right now, right?
That's what I was like. Yeah,
So what do you want to do?
I have somebody. I have friends that come get it, but it'll, like I said, it's not just one having like. I have a lot of stuff.
Right, and we can't stay here all night because we're still keeping
I know
all
that.
of these
So what am I
people
supposed
up.
to do?
So do you want us to bring all your stuff out here?
Look at that
and wait
female
for your
cop there,
friends?
just like not even paying attention. Anymore.
Yeah.
Did you see her just completely looking away? Look
Yeah,
at that.
no,
She's
no.
looking at the ground and stuff
Yeah.
like autistic.
Guys, what do we say about the ponytail patrol, guys?
Useless.
Useless. Yeah.
That's just an example of that.
Yeah.
Now I'm just thinking, like, what am I supposed to do?
That's what
Like,
I'm
with these
trying to
people,
get. I'm
start
trying to give
trying
you
to
your
force me
options.
to
I'm trying to
threesome.
get. Listen. I'm trying to give you your options.
Like now, but see, because she wants him. Did you take my pants off?
Hey,
Now that's
and
not-
hey, listen.
Okay,
And this is why we're not leaving.
So now it's just me.
So I'm giving you your options. Listen. Stop talking. Listen. Listen.
Us two?
Listen.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I
we're
wasn't
about to
here
just
coming out here
leave,
like,
and you're not going to get any of your stuff because you're
I'd
not
rather that be
listening.
the case because you know I understand.
You have to listen.
I live here. She
Listen.
doesn't. I don't even know her. He's mad that I won't have a
Okay, I'm
threesome
going to
with-
give you one last chance, and
Shut
we're going to let you get your stuff if you listen. Are you going to listen?
Yes, like
Okay.
I've been listening. You know, I understand that.
Do
What
you want
she's
us to?
doing.
You're not listening still. Okay, just don't talk.
I heard you.
We're going to go in and grab your stuff and
That's
bring it
fine.
out here.
That's fine. That's fine because but she's wants it. It's fine. That's why I told you I have messages.
Or would
to
you
everybody.
rather leave it in there and come back and get it when you're
I
all
have to come
sober?
now. I have to come. It's not so. It's not. That's not the fucking case. That's what,
Maybe
I said,
she
that's
could
what
be
I
a
told you.
helicopter pilot.
That's what I'm saying. So come get my stuff and bring it out. Period.
That's what you want.
Let's do
Period.
it.
We just needed an answer from you.
The fuck? I need my shit. Like, cause he is wrong.
Can you say it right
what he
now?
did to me is wrong.
Nasty.
She's a Mucinex character.
Gross. Guys, why?
He's wrong. And I'm pressing charges.
All right, that's it. You ready?
That's not even all my stuff. You said it's to my peoples get here. I can have all my stuff out here.
Not
Peoples are
right
not
here.
here.
Not right here.
But
You're gonna go to the
they're
lobby.
Not here. They're not here.
They're
You
not
need to
here.
cooperate or
They're
else
not.
you're gonna go to jail.
I can go
Okay.
to jail. I ain't gonna lie.
We're
They're
trying
not
to
here
prevent you
because
to
I'm
have to
going
go
to
to jail.
stand on. I have messages. He was trying to force me into a threesome. Period.
You're causing a disturbance. Stop.
Shut up, bitch. Listen. Listen. Can y'all please pull up these messages before y'all arrest me, please? Before y'all arrest me.
We've already read the
And
message.
Nug Nug is just sitting there loving this
Okay,
too.
that's
I know Nug Nug smashes a hard
Nug Nug is
either way
getting
tonight. So
Nug Nug's getting.
so he's good.
He's
Yeah.
in there fingering her right now. after yelling.
Gross.
I was scared, like, I'm not gonna go like that. Like, no, hell no, I'm not. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not going like that. Because no, the way he did me is wrong. Like he was forcing me into a fucking threesome
Stop.
with him. No,
Stop.
I'm not with that bitch. That bitch is weird. I did so much shit for them. No, I mean all my. That's not all my stuff. He's still grabbing all my
You
stuff.
see how she turned it off?
Yeah.
Turned it right off. You see that?
Can you
Oh,
please?
this
That's one of my
female
stuff. It's
cock
not even-
here is. It's astounding how just stupid and useless she looked. She hasn't said anything. Look at her face.
And she's a mouth breather. She's
Yeah, she just might be out. She should just be like looking up at the sky or something right
Jason
now.
Bourne, no matriarchal societies didn't exist in the Bronze Age. Matriarchal societies cannot exist because men own the monopoly on force. A matriarchal society means that women fight the wars, that women can somehow force men to do their bidding. There is no way that a matriarchy can ever exist because men can just take women's rights away and throw women into cages tomorrow. We can be Afghanistan, where all of the men say that women have no rights. Bam, right? It is
Overnight.
Yeah, overnight. And it just
20
needs to be
minutes.
a minority of men, not the majority. A minority of men can conquer the majority of women. So this whole thing, to even think it would be so silly that men would step back and let the women fight the wars, even if that was the actual case, I think that it would be some hidden military strategy to where we would send the women, all these feminist chicks in to make the enemy run out of bullets. They have to, it would still be like men ultimately, our self-preservation means that we would have to step in at some point. So there's no such thing as a matriarchy, because even if there was a woman in charge, they would still have to tell men to build the roads, protect the village, do all that other stuff. So the idea that women think that there's a matriarchy or could be honestly shows how disconnected they are with the real world and how things really are. People are tribalistic. They're violent. They want to beat each other upside the head with sticks. That's how it works. That's how the world will always be. Whether it's tribes or neighborhoods, families, countries, you know what I'm saying? Ethnic
Football
groups,
teams.
cultures, it doesn't matter. There's always going to be conflict, and men are the only ones that can answer the call when it comes to conflict. Anyone who says that there could ever be any type of matriarchal system, I mean, I don't know what peyote you're smoking or whatever, but you're just not in touch with reality, guys. And I'm on a tangent here, but guys, think of this. We are so far removed. Like, this is such a basic concept. You guys know how when people do like calculus or like algebra, I mean trigonometry, that they forget how to do like fractions. You know what I'm saying? Only because you haven't done it in a while. Like, you're so hard for you've done such difficult math that you kind of forget the basics. You know what I'm saying? You got to brush up on it. That's how these concepts in society are. Women and these knuckleheads are so far removed from the fact that I have stuff and there's people who want to take it from me. We are a tribe and there's other tribes that are out to kill us, that they actually think that matriarchies can exist, that communism works, that LDHD TV's a thing? Like, they've forgotten the most basic part of our human existence. It just doesn't make any sense. And these are the people who would have voted in Knucklehead Harris and Ilhan Omar and AOC and all these dunderheads who've never worked a real job. They don't know what danger is or risk or anything else. We can't fathom being homeless or being an addict or being anything or having any of the negative outcomes that men have in the first place. Well, guess what, guys? Guess what? They made a world now where they can have all the same negative outcomes as us men. They can be the junkies, the homeless, the mentally ill, the victims of violent crime, right? You're seeing it more and more en masse where men have always been in the gutter and these idiots fought for a place. They hollowed out a place in the gutter and jumped in there right next to us. The difference is men don't complain. Anyway.
And this experiment of peace, and that's just what this is, an experiment of peace. We have spent these, after the horror of World War II and everything like that, and just how horrific it was, this is the longest stretch. When you look at the peace around the world, this is the longest stretch of peace we've ever experienced. Because if you look at throughout our history, it's been nothing but violence. Going back to the Boxer Rebellion, the Pig War, World War I, the Russian Civil War,
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan wiped out 10% of the world's population.
Yeah, and then clap the cheeks of the rest.
Yeah. and there's a saying, those who forget their history are doomed to repeat it. And we've forgotten our history, just how violent the human condition is.
Yeah.
But guess what? We're going to learn, and I'll leave it at that.
Even though we had Vietnam, we had Korea, we had Desert Storm, guys, this is the most peaceful the world has been as a whole. Because even back in the 1800s, the 60s, guys, a good chunk of the world, you had African tribes, Middle Eastern groups, they were always at war. But now we have these borders where, yes, there might be skirmishes or a couple of ethnic cleansings going on. But the world is relatively peaceful compared to how it was 200 years ago. So
I know. That's why I asked you, look, he's still
dating.
Can you please bring all my shit out here? I'm pressing charges on him, no, period. It's funny to him, but no, you don't understand.
Helping a friend now.
Cameras and all. Friends is crazy, nigga. I got messaged. You was forcing me, nigga. You forced me, nigga.
I forced you to bring all your shit.
You forced me to have a threesome. I just showed him. You forced me to have a threesome.
Let's get ahead, guys.
I've been here for Let's go to the lobby. Can I get my phone?
Yeah, if you don't get on it.
I'm gonna get on my phone to find a ride. I don't have a ride. I'm gonna be outside, sleeping outside. You're going to the lobby. Mom won't be down there. You don't understand.
Yeah.
Now he's trying to calm this bitch down because he suck his dick. This bitch sucks his dick for me.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, these lashes have got to go.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny that these B-dubs will do all this stuff instead of getting on a treadmill? You know what I'm saying?
She needs to take some lashes instead of have lashes that big.
her cum catcher.
Are you gonna get the basket? This is your last chance.
I've been here for I've been all my stuff. I probably have food and my shit is here. How many days? About a week and a half, 2 weeks.
You told me a week.
It's been a long.
Okay.
That's why I said week and a half, 2 weeks.
So
same thing.
This is your last chance. Please grab a basket.
Take me to jail. Gonna lie.
This is my command.
Your wish is my command.
No, take me to jail. It's not even that serious. But I'm just saying that we're.
Because she can have a threesome in jail too.
No, stop.
Yeah, with Bertha.
Yeah.
And her mop handle.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Serious it is. I'm just saying. I'm not even.
We're done.
The way they did it, not. Use your arm right there. I know. Yes, I am. But I'm just saying the way he did it is wrong.
Stop.
That's why I have messages. He forced me into having the fucking threesome with them. I didn't want to.
You hear them laughing at her?
I'm like, y'all please, just let me know I'm not wrong. You hear the shit at the
Right
door.
now, you're going to jail for public intoxication.
No,
okay?
oh my God. Please, I've never been. Please don't take me to jail.
You just
Right.
finished
You just asked him to take you to jail. You absolute dunderhead. Why? Why?
Stupid woman.
Look at that.
No! No! And she laughing at me. I'm not even. No, my mama's gonna be mad. He ain't throwing my. Is that my phone?
It fell off.
I'm like, you just threw my phone.
Dude, these people are just so close.
Let's
Please kill me.
Stand up.
Oh, hell no. Oh,
We gotta hog tie this one.
Oh no, guys, look at that. Look at that, guys.
Gentlemen, like I keep
Guys,
saying,
and here's the thing. Hold on, wait. Of all the times to have a ponytail patrol is when this poor bastard has to lift this thing. He's basically having to lift it by himself because this chick can't lift this thing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So guys, hold on. Let me try to check the likes here. Hold on. Where are we?
all punani is not good punani. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I know, guys. We had 150 likes, guys. I appreciate that. Thanks, guys. Guys, these lives are doing really well, man. You know, since we moved to the daytime lives. If you guys are new, make sure you are sub, guys. I'm still trying to hit 30,000. It's just been a weird couple of weeks. Guys, I go live Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. So, guys, thanks for being here.
I'm telling you. You got me fucked up. Oh my God. Please get my shit.
Oh yeah, hey, as if she can lift this thing's legs. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Please. That's what they want. I have the messages. Please, you're not listening. Please, you're not listening.
We need you to relax and we need you to quit screaming, okay?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're not listening.
We want to
to me,
listen.
man.
We want to work.
It hurt me, man.
I'm telling you, these ghetto chicks will take you down with them.
Yeah. Or they'll hit you with their car.
Screaming. Can we do that?
I've never been to jail.
Ma'am, okay.
Please, man.
Guys, please.
Why you take
Guys, come on.
Yeah.
Do you honestly believe this idiot's never been to jail? Come on, man.
So, relax.
I'm in a juvenile. Please don't take me.
Let's
He's
relax.
doing me wrong.
Okay, what we're gonna do?
Look at
Close
him.
the
He's
door.
watching me. Look at him. He's watching me. He's watching at me, man.
That guy's
So-
having a great
He
time.
begged me to come back to him. I went home.
Hey, quit. You are still causing a
Right,
disturbance,
I'm-
okay?
I'm trying to wait.
So where we're at
So
right
can I
now?
talk to you
Okay,
calmly?
yes, but
Please
I
don't
need-
take me to jail.
Hey, we're gonna walk you to
Please.
the lobby first. Let's do that
Please.
one step at a time,
Please,
okay?
before I
Okay,
die
let's-
today,
let's-
please. I'm telling you,
let's
that's
come
all I
over to your-
want.
let's come over to your head.
No, please, like,
Okay,
please.
let's lift your-
Don't. Can y'all
let's
please
stand
take
up.
me out of this shit? Take me out this shit. I'm telling y'all, got to. And they still watching me, man. They watching me. I'm telling you. See, she's still. Oh man, this bitch, man. I'm telling you.
She's upset because
We're
she
trying
like
to
they
help you
winning.
out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Y'all not listening to
Okay.
me.
Yes.
They begged me, man. Oh my
Hey.
God, man.
We're trying to help you out here. We need you to get up and walk, okay?
Hey, the sooner you get away from this door, they can't laugh at you anymore.
Oh no, but I'm not.
So
What
let's
about that
go.
shit? I'm worried about. I want to press charges. Like that
Okay,
nigga ain't
we'll
what like
talk
to
about
me. No, I need him to. Like I need to press
Yep.
charges. Like
Okay, so get up and let's go to the
I want to
lobby.
make sure my shit is going too.
We're getting your
That's
stuff.
all. Everything he grabbed. Is all my stuff going? I don't even see my charger. Y'all not listening.
I
to
grabbed
nothing
your
I'm
charger. Your
saying. I'm
charger's
drunk, I'm
right
intoxicated.
here. I
That's what they
understand
made
that.
me do. Understand? I have the messages. They made me do this shit, man. I'm like, fuck.
Let's stand up.
See,
AJ, I thought polyamorous relationships are all lovely too.
Oh yeah, right.
They always end up like this.
I know.
Look at him still standing by the door. Hey, fucking.
Let's stand up. We're gonna help you up, okay?
We don't want the handcuffs
You
to
my
hurt
dick.
you.
You know my
Let's
fucking
stand up.
pussy
Stand
hurt.
up. Stand up. You got it.
Let's
You
go.
got it. Use your
Stand
feet,
up.
please.
Nah, hell no. That's why I said y'all gonna have to kill me. Can I get my purse? My purse?
Yes, we'll grab it. We'll grab it. I'll grab it. I'll grab it for you right now.
At least stomp her a little bit. I mean, come on.
Please, y'all send her weird as fuck. Y'all grab my stuff. Y'all all need me.
We're getting your stuff.
See, they watching me out here.
I'm
Please, y'all make me seem so
Go.
bad. He hurt me, man. That nigga hurt me, bro. Y'all, please, man. Please, I'm only 19. Fuck. See, y'all. See, I'm about to die. About to die.
Oh my god, guys! The best things in life truly are free, guys. How do we keep ending up here, guys? Seriously, you guys. So for all you guys that are new, right? That are new. So guys, I started this channel 3 years ago, right? And I started posting seriously in October 2022, right? 2022, 2023, 2022. Yes, 2022. And I was just doing reactions, but then I would always watch body cam stuff just on my own. So then I was like always scared, like, all right, what if I run out of stuff to talk about? Which is stupid because I never run out of stuff to talk about. But my reasoning was I gotta have something to extend the show. You know what I mean? To extend the live streams, because just in case I run out of stuff. So I would put in like a body cam thing every now and then I found Bianca. And that first show went like 4.5 hours because I was going over Bianca. And that's what a lot of people, who used to see Angel and others started calling in, was when the body cam stuff went in there, And it's just so funny. Like, we've probably watched on this channel and on 51304 thousands of body cam reactions, and they just stay hilarious, right? Like the best things in life truly, the truth is stranger than fiction,
They also stimulate some productive conversation about real things too, like how to protect yourself from cops. But in this case, this dumb 304, not one, not two, but threesome strikes and you're out.
Snowboard. What do you think is easier to manage? A tree, a tree stump, or this chick?
The stump, for sure.
You're used to carrying a bunch of dead weight.
She's growling.
What's it?
He's a gremlin. Oh my!
But you have to go down there with us.
I know. That's why I know how to. I know.
So you're gonna go now?
At this point.
Okay.
Yes,
Let's do it. We won't even touch you.
Look, I just want y'all to get my purse and my phone.
Yeah, we will get it.
Wait,
We're gonna
is that
get
military time?
Like, I won't have nowhere to go. Please, man.
Is that 4 a.m.?
Yeah,
4:33
4:33 a.m.
See, that's what happens when you feed them after midnight.
Oh my God. As a juvenile, yes, like 10 times. A lot of stuff, just running away and everything. But I'm grown now, so please.
So she said she was in juvenile court a lot.
Who was on the way to get you?
My friend, but he's not answering now. So you know how busy, whatever it is, but he's not the only person that could come. I have a lot of people that come give me my
You have
parents.
friends in
whatever.
Edmond?
Yes, I have a few people. Like that's what I was saying. He's not like that's why I said it's not just gonna be quick. It'll take a minute, but it's not just gonna be a quick transaction. Like, please, man. I don't like the police. I do, but damn, man, don't make me seem like I'm a bad person. He make me seem like I'm a bad person, man. Like, I hate that shit.
You might try to run still.
Please run, please run.
She's not getting far.
He makes me like I'm a bad person. He made himself look dumb. He knows about to get put the fuck out of here. Like, fuck, bro.
Here,
No, I was
Cole.
in the house.
I'm cold.
Please, I was in the house. Please, man.
Over
I
here.
can't even go to jail. My mom is gonna kill me, man. Please, I'm not even. I go.
I think that's the least of your mom's worries. At least her being in jail, her mom knows she's somewhere, that's relatively safe.
Yeah.
Instead of doing threesomes with Nug and whatever the hell that other thing was.
Peacefully, that's what you don't understand. But the way he did me and the way they did me was so. Please, oh my God,
Sit down for me.
I'm gonna die.
Hey, we got this far. I'm gonna give you a ride. Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you.
Sit
Am I
down.
being? That's what I said. Am I
Keep your
being
feet in.
arrested or? That's what. Can you please just talk to me?
Yeah, you are. So take
I
your.
am. Oh my God.
Listen to me. He's gonna pull you in. Just
I will. That's what I said.
put your feet in.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, don't put your hands behind your back. Don't run away.
Police were called after a boyfriend reached.
All right, guys. I'll shut this down. Appreciate you guys. Guys, we'll be live tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow's all these chicks have ADHD, right? That's what we're gonna talk about. Oh yeah, it's huge, guys. It's everywhere. Oh, I have ADHD and I can't do this. I can't do that. Ah! Excuses. Guys, once again, thanks for being here, guys. These daytime lives do really well. I actually look at the only people who do better numbers during the day are like news networks and like really big content creators. Well, guys, might for a channel my size to have 150, 200, 250 people is absolutely nuts. So, but all right, guys, I appreciate you. Bye, guys. Take
it easy, man.
Yep.